And good evening, and welcome to tonight's episode of Arcane Adventures. As always, we're so thankful that you're here. And before we jump into tonight's episode, we do have a couple of announcements to get through. First up, as a reminder, we are very excited to take part in the 50th anniversary of Dungeons and Dragons. Arcane Adventures is currently in the process of transitioning the general game that we use to the updated rules of the 2024 rule set as they become available. That will take a period of several months. Our cast, my wonderful players, are able to their choosing to update the 2024 rules and their characters, or they can continue using the 2014 rules for their character spells, abilities, feats, backgrounds, and more. That's again their own leisure and choice. But as a general game, we will be transitioning in that way. Also, in just a couple of weeks, Arcane Adventures will be celebrating our second anniversary on September 20th. That's just 2 weeks away from now. I have some plans to celebrate our journey and time together, and thank you, my wonderful players, for joining us and our lovely audience. But be on the lookout in the coming weeks for more information, and we hope that you'll join us for our celebration of our second anniversary. I've got some things cooking, but I don't want to spoil the fun yet, so you'll have to just tune in and find out. Anna, you can roll your eyes all you want at me, but that's how it's going to be. Well, that's all the announcements that I do have for tonight's episode. So let's go ahead and jump into our wonderful episode of Arcane Adventures. And welcome back. Last we left off, our group of newly found protagonists, let's call them that. I wouldn't call them heroes yet, maybe. We'll see. Our group of newly found protagonists, after a interesting meeting with a couple of NPCs and important figures within the city of Provonere the day before, had retired to the flat apartment of Pura, Cradeyr, and Yazira. Unfortunately, just after midnight, a tumultuous break-in occurred where a group of bandits, assassins, thieves, who's to say, attempted to rob our fellow individuals of some component. After piecing two and two together, our heroes party perhaps determined that it may have something to do with the strange satchel and arcane components that were held within. But without hard evidence to support that theory, they were left nonetheless exhausted and to turn in for the night. The death of their shopkeeper and their landlord on the floor below, the entry of a small Harangon child through the skylight of one of the second floor windows, um, had left our heroes baffled and left to turn in for the evening. The next morning, they all woke up, gathered their things. Yazira and Pura stayed behind to tend to the apartment flat, cleaning up the mess, notably the 8 dead bodies of the assassins and the dead landlord, the 9 dead bodies now, within the apartment flat. The rest of our group decided, with the help of Cradeyr, to venture to Claremorth University to the southwest of the city and find a specific Professor Larson Archletts, as referred by the Dragonborn leader, Madame Lepori of the Hexblade. Thanks to her referral and a brief investigation by the professor, upon walking into his office, Owunul was met with a strange sight as his sister came in just a little bit later, and what ensued was nothing short of an anaphylactic reaction. Literally. Jumping quickly into action, however, our team was able to salvage and save Evadin from utter despair, and then able to investigate, along with Professor Larson Archletts, the contents of the satchel. After 30 minutes, 45, an hour and a half, who knows how long you were in there exactly, Professor Larson Archletts determined that the metallic shards and the arcane gemstones that were left in the satchel are likely components, if not the entire portion, of what he referred to as the Binds of Rhyme. But he doesn't know what that is. His historical tome that he referenced out of doesn't really specify, and he thinks that the parchments are some way to activate it, but again, isn't sure. He left that up to you to decide, continuing your investigation alongside the Red Shielders, but also took a keen interest in your general investigative properties and teamwork. And even though some of you aren't too inclined to help people out, he did offer a bit of coin to get you in contact with an unnamed individual at this time the following day. So that leaves us early midday, um, with all of you leaving the office of Professor Larson Archletts out into the city of Provonere amidst to do your own quest, if you will. In that moment, we pick up with Sizik, who left the apartment flat, or I'm sorry, left the office of the professor, a little bit of a skip and a hop down the flights of stairs and out into the street. But before we do that, we take a cutscene. Somewhere, not necessarily in Provonere, just somewhere, we find a dimly lit room. And in that dimly lit room, a shadowed figure that we can't really make out. All we can see is the loose silhouette of a form. A number of things are tacked to the walls, nailed in certain places. Strings and wires and cords kind of dangle around. It's quite messy. But all we really catch in this moment is a conversation via sending stone. This cloaked, shadowed individual, not the one that is presumably speaking, but the one being told what to do. And all we truly catch in this moment, the voice over the sending stone. We need to find the artifact. It is critical to the greater mission. And as we catch the tail end of this conversation, our scene cuts back to Provonere, Sizik, who is skipping along the road. I would like to introduce you all to episode 3 of chapter 1, On the Wrist. Sizik, please tell me where we find you. What are you doing here as you're skipping along the cobbled streets of Provonere?
Is morning or midday?
It's midday, a little bit after lunch.
Okay. Pretty much just going up to every person on the street that I can and just saying like, "Hello, have a good day." Just spreading happy
Wonderful. Can you
and
make a perception check
maybe
for me?
oh god. Sure, hold on. I'm dual screening here, so it makes
No,
things
it's
a lot
okay.
easier. Okay, perception you say.
Yes.
Ooh, that's probably not good. That's a grand total of 5.
5. Wonderful. As you are skipping along, meeting people cheerily as you do in your very thick Sylvan dialect, they almost look slightly off-put by your strangely deep voice for such a young child. Um, you happen to catch out of the glimpse of your eye what you're uncertain is perhaps a thread that you're supposed to follow, but with a very low perception roll. You choose to ignore it for this time and continue to skip on down the city street, headed towards the western side of the Hex, the central part of the city, where you find it's called the Great Divide. This is the area that you were here last night where you met Harris. A number of magnificent gardens and a nice man-made river carved through the middle. You're not quite sure why it's called the Great Divide, but it's basically like Central Park. It's a long strip of land dedicated to nature and forestry and gardens, and it's a place of peace and happiness amidst the bustling and rather towering city of Provonere on either side of the river.
Cool. There are trees here, I presume?
There are plenty of trees. Yeah, a mixture of oak and pine is the large majority.
Great. Great. Okay. I'm gonna climb a tree. I'm gonna hang
Okay.
upside down and take a nap like a bat.
Okay, and you and lay down. Wonderful.
Yep.
We cut scene from this area a little bit northward, also on the western part of the city, to Paloma, who is strolling down one of the outer rims of the Hex district, looking for the Storm Dojo, as referred by one Raven Gearwhistle, where she left Altrix not but moments ago, and it's been about an hour since you were in the professor's office. You left Altrix over with Raven Gearwhistle in her shop, over at Gearwhistle Gizmos, and then have been proceeding to look for the dojo along the way. It's not that hard to find when you find amidst towering buildings a smaller plot of land where more of a hunch quaint home has found itself, a townhouse that has been converted with a courtyard into a dojo of some sorts. And on the front, there is a paw of some animal, painted in black, kind of tacked on, and next to it is the Storm Dojo. And within the paw, you can see the faint etchings and paint streak of a white lightning bolt. Um, you have arrived at the two about 8 foot tall red doors, perhaps mahogany, maybe cherry wood of some kind, a little weathered, and it looks old. But what would you like to do?
Um, I guess I'll go up and knock on the door.
Okay. You go up to knock on the door and wait about 25, 30 seconds or so before the door is opened, and a small individual, a little bit taller than Sizik, so roughly your height. The two of you not being much small is you're normal. Um, Presumably a younger individual, however, opens the door. He has two large red like boxing gloves that are on, and you're not quite sure how he opened the door because there's like no thumb holes. But it makes out the figure of a kangaroo. Um, Standing upright, kind of taped up in different places. Uh, Hi, um, what you doing? How can I help you?
Howdy. Is this the Storm Paw Dojo?
It's the Storm Dojo. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Um, um,
Who are you?
I'm Paloma. I'm a monk,
Nice to meet you.
and I've been looking for a dojo. Are y'all are y'all taking students?
And he trails off for a second, lost in thought, and then proceeds to look at you and convey that emotional expression of "I'll be right back, don't go anywhere," and then darts back off and closes the door. And he comes back 2 or 3 minutes later with a taller individual, about 5'11", opening the door, not wearing boxing gloves, but has actual paws, and opening up. And what you can make out is the figure of a black and orange and a little bit of white striped individual, resembling a tiger-like individual, opening the doorway, dressed in two golden gauntlets on each wrist, a nice brown belt that wraps around his waist, and then the same brown type material wrapping up and around his neck. His cloth overlay is a little bit of an orangish red of hue and then white on the undertone. He kind of looks at you, kind of looks down. Hmm, who are you?
Howdy. I'm Paloma. I'm a monk. I've been looking for a dojo. Are y'all taking students?
That depends on your qualifications.
Um, I'm not sure what you mean.
Hmm, Interesting. Please come in. He opens the doorway, leading you into a foyer corridor-like chamber. The building isn't that impressive. It's again a townhome converted into a dojo. It makes a completely square shaped hallway follows around the courtyard, which there are these nice paper panes, very much like that Japanese pagoda style sliding doors that you can open. They give you a little bit of a light outside into the courtyard. The eerie laugh of people coming from different parts of the house, but you can't see them. But you presume people are training. You hear a couple of whoos and yaws, and a couple of people laughing and giggling. A pair of children run by you that couldn't be any older than Sizik, maybe. Um, and then a couple of adults are also strolling by. You can see that the house is definitely worn down, but he leads you kind of around to the first left and into almost like a dining hall type area where the tables have been pushed back to make into like a makeshift like floor mat fighting arena kind of. Uh, Paloma, where do you hail from? What brings you to Provonere?
Sorry, Anna does not have those things on hand.
Understandable.
I know, I
Oh,
know.
lore keeper doesn't even know their own lore.
That's why I
Look,
write stuff down.
she's so busy keeping track of all of y'all's lore that she doesn't even have her own lore.
Yeah, that's the real problem, huh?
Yeah.
Then maybe try not having your own lore.
um, I'm originally from Kilauea. Uh, Traveled here with my brother. And I'm just looking for somewhere to train. Try and finish my training.
Hmm. Kilauea. Hmm. You couldn't be any older than 18.
Yeah,
If I took a guess, you would be 18.
a good guess.
Personally. Good guess, that's right. Hailing from Kilauea, 18 would put you after the tragic destruction of the penultimate. Why'd you leave?
Uh, I think we were in the way.
In the way of
Well, our parents were part of the rebuilding crew, and I think they just needed us entertained elsewhere.
interesting. Well, pardon my interrogation. Very hesitant on taking in newcomers, even new students that have been here for years. The application process is strenuous, but if you can prove that you have what it takes, I'd be happy to train you. And he extends a paw out to you. Master Stormpaw.
I will shake his hand. Paloma.
Yes, I got that. Well, Paloma, feel free to explore around, and in a few moments, after an exploration is had, Harris can give you an actual tour. I will test your integrity, honorability, and durability, if you are so inclined to the task of being a student at this fine establishment.
Yeah, I'll do whatever test.
Great. Well, I
Uh,
need to go get my coffee, but yes.
what did you say the kid's name was?
Harris. That's Herus. Harris.
Of course it is. And then I guess
And
we'll
he runs
just
up to you. Yeah, he runs up to you and he's like, "Oh, are you joining the dojo?
maybe.
You look so young. I haven't met my friends."
How long have you been here?
And he looks up to, to Master Storm. How long have I been here? And Master Stormball kind of looks down at him. Oh, Harris. About 5.5 years or so. 5.5. That's over half my lifetime.
You like it?
Yeah, it's great. I just don't meet a lot of new people. They're usually older, more equipped. But Master Stormpaw took me in, and it's been great. He'll take you by the hand and begin leading you off down one of the corridors.
Yeah, I'll follow.
Okay, wonderful. We will come back to that in a little bit. However, back to Owunul. Owunul with Yazira and Cradeyr at the apartment flat. Owunul, I believe that you have taken the deed of the apartment flat and are headed to get the name changed of ownership
Yeah.
to
Yep.
to Cradeyr and Yazira and Pura. And Yazira threatened you that she would murder you and destroy everything that you stand for and all the people that you love if you lost the deed. Although she wasn't that aggressive as it
I don't
sounds.
remember that being like that. Yeah, no.
It wasn't that aggressive, but that was basically the gist. So, as you are meandering your way through the narrow alleyways of the Bronzeboro district to the south east of Provonere's city center, you stumble across one of the many sporadically stationed Red Shielder guard stations. This one's a little bit less equipped, maybe staffed with 4 or 5 Red Shielders total, and then a commanding
I would
officer.
also
kind of look
like
after- Yes, go ahead.
to keep a eye out for my horse, please.
Wonderful. Yeah, go ahead and give me a perception check.
First roll of the session.
4.
Hold on, I need to look at the sheet.
Is it a 4?
It's not a 4. It's actually higher than a 4 this time, surprisingly enough.
Great.
A perception check. That is a 12.
A 12. As you
I'm
glance
pretty sure that's
around,
the highest roll I've had.
right. As you glance around this area, the Bronzeboro district, it's not really large enough that there would be a horse in this proximity. The alleyways
know
are
that.
almost too narrow for that. You hear a faint cry across the city, a "Nah," but nothing in your general proximity. Just a constant reminder that the horse is somewhere in the city, but not here.
Okay.
And that is when you arrive at the Red Shielders outpost.
Okay.
Again, there is maybe a Red Shielder stationed at the front door, 3 inside, and then the commanding officer that are kind of on duty.
I assume is Crow the Raven is still there, right?
Crow the Raven is still present. Don't ask questions.
Cool.
All right, Owunul, what would you like to do?
I would like to, I suppose, go inside the building.
Okay.
Go find a clerk. I assume there's like a front counter, some kind of clerk, or someone
Yeah,
I could talk to.
there is a red shielder that is like stationed, basically like a secretariat of some kind on duty.
Hey there, I'm looking to get this here deed transferred to a different owner's name.
And you were met with a dwarven figure, very heavy set in stature, about 4 feet tall at best. Bright orange hair, both like put back in like a ponytail or a bun, a messy bun at that. A heavy beard, and he's wearing like professional regular armor. And he kind of stands up, and then you realize when he stands up, he's not any taller than he was sitting down. Aye, matey. The name's Mr. Dwittle. What brings ya to the area? You want to get a deed changed in name? That's not very common.
Well, the previous owner isn't there anymore. But but the people I'm with still live there. So like
I see, I see.
yeah.
What's your name, kid?
My name is wait.
You got it, Riley. I believe in you.
No, that's not what I'm. Shut the fuck up. That's not what I'm thinking of.
Okay.
I'm trying to decide, like, just out of character. I'm trying to decide whether I should use my real name or not.
That's fair.
Can
Totally
can
fair.
I?
Like, wait a minute. Evadin said not to do that.
You tell me. What do you tell Officer Dwittle?
My name is Owunul.
Hi, Owen. Nice to meet ya. Darnell Dwittle is my name. Happy to get the will transitioned over to your name, but I need a change of estate request performed, if you don't mind filling out this stack of paperwork. And he slams a good old chunk of paperwork on the table. Most of this applies to like rich people, so
Oh, also, so I'm not changing it to my name. I'm changing it to, like, I'm I'm running an errand.
You're doing it on behalf of a friend. Oh, what a good gal you are. Let's see. Here's a pen. Do you know the names of the individual? Of course you know the names of the individuals you're changing the name. Of course you do. Here's a pen. Fill it out and do some paperwork, and I'll get the deed changed.
Okay, all right. We can do that. Yeah. I go sit in a corner and wonder how the hell I'm gonna do this.
Yeah, of course. You do that, and I'll be right here at this desk, sitting down like I always do, waiting for people to come in. And yeah.
You keep doing you, bud. You keep doing you.
And he plops back down in the chair and then just looks at you because he has nothing better to do in this office. And you begin the tedious bureaucratic process of changing a.
While I'm doing that, I also like just to make small talk. I'm like, hey, you haven't happened to see a horse around these parts, have you?
A horse? What's that got to do with your deed?
Oh, nothing. I lost a horse around here a few days ago, and
I'm losing their horses. That's like the third horse we've lost this week.
people lose horses that often, huh?
No, I'm just pulling your leg. It's okay. No, I haven't seen a horse.
Oh, okay. I'm just gonna. I don't. Okay. I don't know if Owunul actually remembers their last name, which is definitely going to be important.
Fair. Go ahead and make a history check for me, and we'll see if you recall that last time.
Are you fucking shitting me? That's a natural 20.
Hey, there you go. You not only do you recall their last name, but you also recall every minuscule detail
Of
about
course.
the very
Of course.
annoying Nirvar.
This is when they roll a 20.
Mhm.
Of course.
Yes. Now, unfortunately, Mason Edwards, as the dungeon master, does have to pull up that information because Yeah.
That's a -1 too, so it's an
Or
unnatural 19.
you could pretend you are pulling it up and just be like, "Oh, so you fill out the paperwork perfectly."
Yes. Yeah, I mean,
All the
yeah. It's
information.
Nirvar. I just needed to check the spelling. It's Nirvar. Nirvar. Cradeyr and
I
Yazira.
assume with a 20 he knows the spelling, so
I would assume that's correct. Yeah, you recall quite a bit about how annoyed you are with
natural
Yazira all the time.
20.
Hey, it happens when you least expect it. And you spend probably the better half of an hour filling out this paperwork before you complete the documentation required and submit it back to Officer Dwiddle for his review. Is there anything you'd like to say to him before you hand the paperwork over to him?
Thank you for your time, and here's the paperwork. I hope you have a nice day.
Hey, matey, don't leave yet. I gotta change the actual deed to your name.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, sorry. I'm just
You
Jesus,
just keep
paperwork.
your booty over in that chair, and I'll be right back.
The paperwork, bro. It's mind numbing. I'm sorry.
Oh, I understand that paperwork's awful. And he takes that big old stack and he kind of waddles down the hallway. I'm assuming you hand him the actual deed as well.
Yeah. Well, if he said he's gonna change it to be in our name, then it would make
Right.
sense.
And as he's walking down the hallway, he kind of turns and goes into a right-sided room, maybe a filing closet of some kind. And then he peeks his head back down the hallway and he said, "Hey, I forgot to ask you a really important question. How did you come into possession of this land?"
The previous owner no longer lives there, so
But they
But,
still
like,
own
we-
the property, right? That's how the land works.
but like they disappeared. Like they're just
Oh,
not
it's like
here anymore.
they're dead or missing, like kidnapped.
I don't understand the question.
Like they're still alive, right? Like they still own the property even if they're not present.
Well, it's more like we found them dead and we don't know like what are we supposed to do? Like they still live there.
I
They
see. So how'd you get in possession of the deed, did you?
well, I got into possession of it because they handed it to me. I don't know how they
So you're running errands for potential murderers.
Well, no, I know they didn't murder. It was bandits.
Oh, that
It
makes
was
a lot of
just
sense, actually.
it was a break-in, and we're not in a very well guarded neighborhood, so it just kind of
And you're
happened.
saying I'm not doing a good job.
No, you're doing a perfect job. I
That's
have no
what I
complaints
thought.
about you.
That's what I thought.
It's the other guys that I'm complaining.
Oh yeah, they're terrible.
about.
And his head is like still peeked around the corner. He's like, okay, I'll get your deed done. Go ahead and make a persuasion check for me.
Persuasion.
Just for the general encounter.
Speaking of persuasion, I might as well because I don't trust my dice.
I don't either.
We're going to channel divinity, emissary of peace.
Okay.
To
Sounds
give
good.
ourselves a +5 bonus to persuasion checks for the next 10 minutes.
Okay, and how does that look when it manifests?
It's
What does it look like? What do you do?
less a look. Well, okay, maybe it is a bit of a look. It's like it's kind of like how certain magical spells will make you just they'll make you be perceived as more one way or the other. That's kind of like what this is, except it's with holy magic instead. So it's kind of just there's an air of truth to what I'm saying. There's an air of sincerity.
Yeah,
That
backed by Helm, you feel that presence around you.
I'm gonna need that +5. I'm
Yeah.
gonna need it. That's a 13.
13, okay.
Wait,
Comes
actually,
back.
hold on. It's actually a bit higher because I forgot. You said persuasion?
Yeah.
Sorry, it's not a 13. That's a 19.
That's a lot better. He comes back with the deed in hand, the stack of paperwork left in the office or wherever he went. Well, I'm very sorry that you came into possession of land by the potential kidnapping of and murder of bandits that invaded your house. But here's the deed. Enjoy it. Take good care of
Cool.
your property. Also, don't forget to pay property taxes.
Oh, yeah, I'll remind him. And then I go ahead and I guess he hands me the deed. I'll take it and I'll just like walk out like, hey, just have a good day, dude. Take it easy. I'm looking for my horse. I'm gonna. Oh, sorry. Didn't. What was your name again? Just so I don't
Arnold
forget.
Dwittle.
What, sorry.
Darnold Dwittle.
Darnold Dwittle. I will try to remember that name if I ever see you again.
Yep, I work here most of the time.
Fair enough. All right. See you around, Darnold Dwittle.
Close enough.
I try. I'm gonna go ahead and leave, and I'm going to be looking for my horse on the way back.
Wonderful. Unfortunately, you do not find your horse on the way back to the apartment flat as you are.
Even if I make a detour
Where are you detouring to?
to the place where I last remember my horse.
Do you know where you last left your horse? Can you tell me?
The okay. The Red Children's office that we first went to, right?
Perhaps.
Can I roll a history check?
Yes, you can.
That's an 8. That's a 17.
That's 17.
Unnatural.
Wonderful. All right, you begin to meander your back to the hex, and you do find your horse. It's just still standing there, still tied up to the post that you left it at, and looks extremely thirsty and hungry because it probably has not been fed or watered in like a whole day.
Yeah, I'm gonna take care of that first,
Right.
and then bring the deed back.
Sounds wonderful. And then with that done, you head back to the apartment flat. And we cutscene. We do a lot of cutscenes because there's a lot of people scattered all across the city here. We will take a quick detour to the eastern side of the Hex district, where we find 3 of these individuals within the Tonic Intoxica Tavern. Pura, Evadin, and also Rancor present in this space. 1 or 2 other patrons in this area. Evadin, you walk in a little bit later. Rancor walked in about 30 minutes prior, and Pura was already there day drinking. Pura's probably hungover, but who knows? So we'll start with Rancor and Pura, and then Evadin, I will throw you in just a moment.
So are we just like at the
What do
bar
you
right
guys
now?
think?
Drinking?
Just tell me what's going on.
See. At what like time is it about?
It's like a little after lunch, probably 1:30, maybe 2 o'clock now.
I feel like I would be like pretty drunk, but not like super yet. If it's
Okay.
that
Sure. Yeah, you're
that
just
point.
buzzed. I mean, you're not like
Buzzed,
wasted.
yeah.
You're just...
I guess we're just drinking. I'm offering, or I'm asking
Okay.
the barkeep to just keep it coming and flowing.
Okay. And the not the proprietor that you're quite familiar with, but just the barkeep in general is just a half-orc individual that's been just kind of like serving up tankards of beer as you continue to ask for them. But not really saying much, it's kind of off hours. So
And
Rancor, what are you doing in this moment?
I'd be walking up to the where it's the bar, and I'd wait until the barkeep's like got a moment away from Pura, feeding him beer. Trying to think how to word this. My mind's not working today.
That's okay. The patrons, not only the patrons, but the barkeep definitely like eyes you as you walk in. Even Ozen can feel that like sense of presence almost here. Ozen also tells you telepathically that he does sense Pura in this room, an individual that you met not but the night before, along with Cradeyr. They're kind of like best buds, and that you stayed in the apartment flat with. Who slept through basically the entire bandit attack, and the only person that didn't ever leave their room because they were just so out. But that's what happens as you walk in. The patrons, 1 or 2 are just sipping away, day drinking. someone's
I'm-
like playing darts, but like it hasn't like they're like throwing darts, but they keep forgetting to let the dart fly out of their hands. They're just like throwing it and then like looking at the board and being like, "Oh yeah, it's a good hit," and then throwing it again, but they're still holding on to the same dart. They're so drunk.
So-
Yes.
So I'm by myself at the bar, and Rancor walks in, right?
Yes.
Like, okay, gotcha.
I'll be honest, I rolled an 11, so I don't even think Rancor recognizes the name, doesn't recognize who it is.
Fair enough.
Considering he's met him once.
All right. Well, you approach the
Um,
bar as you previously said, and then Pura, you also notice Rancor approaching here. Kind of looks familiar, but whether you interact or not is up to you.
Hey, do I know you?
Do I know you?
I think I know you. You're that blind guy, right?
I am blind. Yes.
Well,
Thanks for calling attention to that.
my bad. Here, I'll make it up for you. You want a drink?
Sure.
All right, barkeep, one more.
You got it. And he pours another tankard, turns around, and then just lays it on the bar.
So what are you doing here?
I'm on business.
What type of business?
The personal kind.
Oh, I got you. Okay. Well, how you like the city so far?
It's just as loud as I remember.
It always is.
You said that there was 2 other patrons in
Yeah, 2
here,
or 3.
and they're the ones who Ozen got a weird feeling about.
No, Ozen just kind of clocked that they were present. Ozen specifically noted that the barkeep eyed you as you walked in, not in like a stern or menacing way, but just, oh, you're new here, type feeling. Like, who are you and why are you walking into this like mid establishment?
Alright.
Well,
So, barkeep.
Yep.
I'm in. Just yep.
Yep.
Stop it. I'm currently looking for a friend of mine. Last I heard they were around in these parts. I give you a physical description, but I can't really do that. But they got a very deep, gruff voice. Kind of sounds like maybe they damaged their throat or some way or some other. Do you ever encountered anyone like that? Like come by here?
two.
And he kind of thinks to himself for a moment. I'm not much of the information carrying kind of person, but I know somebody that does do that.
Do I have any idea who he's talking about?
Yes.
Would I say that I know that, or
You tell me if you say that you're like, oh, I know that guy. You tell me if you're willing,
Yeah.
what your response at this moment.
Okay. How would I know this guy? Because I'm trying to.
You would
see if
know
I need
him
to-
as the proprietor of the Tonic Intoxica, the owner,
Gotcha. Okay.
and a man that's very good at finding information for
Mm.
the right price.
I gotcha.
Information isn't free, contrary to popular democratic belief. But
Wait, Pura knows who I'm looking for. Or he knows who the barkeep's talking about.
he knows who the barkeep's talking about. That would be
Okay.
able to get you in contact with the information that.
Mm-hmm.
But whether Pura says anything about that is up to Pura.
You know, I might have a way to find out who this person is that you're talking about.
Hey, I'm trying to make a deal here, buddy.
I knew him first.
You did. I literally worked for him.
Anyway, I know a guy.
Oh, whatever. And he like walks
So-
off. He walks off down to the other end of the bar.
Rancor
screw you.
Rancor was in the process of like slipping a gold coin out of his sleeve, and we'll just quickly tuck it back in.
Okay.
You know this person that guy was talking about?
Yeah, he's a little shady, but he gets the job done. I could be willing to put you in touch with him if you'd like.
And what's that going to cost me?
You know, I'm feeling pretty good today. Just another drink. That sounds good to me.
Fair enough. How much the drinks cost here?
What quality of drink do you want here?
Pretty good quality, yeah.
Okay. The best drink that they have is called the Mid.
Is that 5 silver? What is that?
5 silver? What do you think this is? Paradise? No. It's like 8 copper at best.
I'll toss the barkeep the silver piece instead because I don't want to do the math on that.
And he like grumbles and catches it. All
That's
right.
for that one.
Yeah, I got it. He goes and makes the Mid. Which is
Actually, I
just
don't
a
even
good old
Actually,
dwarven beer, but
I don't even have a silver piece. I only have gold pieces.
you want change for that?
Nah, just keep the gold.
Okay, if you say so. You're so insistent. He comes back with a Mid and makes another one so that both of you can drink it. And as the name implies, it's pretty mid. It's not that great.
I take
Not
the drink.
bumping, not bumping, just mid.
I thought you said you were going to say that word again.
Oh no. This is Provonere. It's hip. It's cool.
I'll burn it to the ground.
And there's a lot of cringe that happens every time I say these words, and I really like it. So
I take the drink.
Okay.
And I just full on chug it. And there's like
Okay.
stuff like going down a little bit, and it just like I sat back down and I'm like, what was a good drink? If you go,
and if I may, Jared, interrupt you for a second.
mhm.
Narratively speaking, Pura just kind of stands up from his chair, walks down to the other end of the bar where there's like those like bead curtains that kind of hang down that are like supposed to conceal the inside and do a decent job of doing that, but they are easy to like make the rustling and the parting. And Pura just kind of like pulls the curtain open, and then kind of just gestures to Rancor to walk through the beaded curtain.
Right this way, Rancor. Right this way.
Inside check.
Okay.
You couldn't make
Is it the beaded curtains? You don't trust the beaded curtains?
You couldn't have made that more suspicious. Purposely chime in to say, actually, that's going to 8. No, 17.
17. Pura is not lying to you.
Not that he's
seems very-
lying. It's that does this feel shady? Something that I would probably get in.
It definitely feels shady, but you came here knowing that things were probably going to get shady. And so that is a different question. Is it dangerous? Maybe, maybe not. You're not quite sure what you're about to walk into. Presumably another room of this tavern. What's on the other side of this curtain? Who knows? Is Pura going to accompany you? Also, who knows? But is he telling the truth? Yes. You bought him a drink. The nicest drink that they offer here, so pretty good deal.
I'll get up and walk my way over there.
Okay. Pura, are you going to enter following behind or no?
Yeah, I think I will.
Okay. And about that time, as you enter behind Rancor, the door opens and Evadin walks in.
Do I see them
Evadin,
go in, or are they already?
Yeah, Evadin, make a perception check for me really quick.
Let me find my
If
dice.
you can
Here
catch
it
Pura
is.
entering a different chamber.
A 12.
12. Wonderful. You notice the long hair that's kind of tucked away in Pura's very noticeable cloak, dark cloak, as he enters the bearded curtains and into another chamber.
Okay.
Are you following?
I'll slip back there.
Okay. The barkeep kind of catches you. Man, do you have an appointment too, or is it everybody just gonna go back here today? The man's busy.
I was going to say I was gonna sneak back there. That's what I was meaning with slipping back there.
I mean, you can just push past him.
Like,
He knows you're a regular here.
I'm just like curiosity, and then they kind of push past.
Barkeep kind of moves his hand and nods his head. Fair enough.
Mm-hmm.
And the three of you, Rancor followed by Pura, followed by Evadin, enter a smaller chamber adjacent to the tavern, same building. All the windows are covered in a dark curtain. It is almost pitch black in here, minus the fact that even blackout curtains don't fully black out daylight. Rancor, Ozen is kind of feeling out the room for you, noting that there is a large object in the middle of the room, presumably a desk. The room is very cluttered. He can feel the mess. There's a giant chest directly behind a very large individual that is kind of sitting on the front side of the desk where you walk in, not behind the desk, but right in front of the desk, kind of like leaning on it, arms crossed, kind of just waiting for you as you enter.
And I before am I able to stealth in to
Sure.
like the sneak in? All right, cool. Do
Sure,
I
go
need?
ahead and give me a stealth check.
Cool. Which dice? I'll use this one.
Then you're currently rolling against Rancor and Pura's passive perception because they're not actively looking for you. But
Oh, I think it's if they have a 27 passive perception, I would like to know
all right,
how they got that.
you
Well,
slip in.
what about Ozen?
Ozen clocks movement in the chamber, but doesn't find it threatening.
Okay.
But
Well-
does he clock that movement from the guy sitting at the
The clock
desk or someone different?
additional move. Yeah.
Okay.
What's the name of the guy that's sitting there again?
You don't know.
I don't know. Does Pura know?
No, Pura doesn't know either.
Oh, okay.
Pura has seen the guy before, but doesn't know his name.
Mhm. Have I interacted with him before?
Talked to him briefly about some personal matters, but
Have
nothing.
I used his services before?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, information at a price.
Evadin knows. Is it Evadin knows this person? is?
Evadin does know who this is.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I was just making sure I knew because I was like, you told me who this is, so I was like, wait, was I not supposed to know?
And with the three of you in this chamber, the really large individual kind of steps forward. The floorboards creak as if built on a little bit of silt, about a foot drop to the actual ground beneath the building. Hey! It's so nice to see you!
Hey, boss, how's it going?
It's doing pretty good. How are you?
Pretty good. I think I might have brought you a new potential customer.
Oh, I like it with new potential customers. It's my favorite.
This here man would like to speak with you about trying to find some, or
Of course, kid. What can I do for you?
Looking for someone.
Ain't we
I've
all?
heard that you might be able to help me on that regard.
Who you looking for?
Don't know their name, and for obvious reasons, I can't give you a physical description either. But
Wait, hold on a second. He kind of like meanders up the floorboards creak again, and he gets right up front of you and puts his hand on your face. Oh, that's funny.
I couldn't. You like topped out for me. I couldn't hear a word of that.
Cut out.
Sorry. It's okay. Hey, he walked up to you and puts his hand on your face, and notes that you don't have any eyes, and makes fun of it.
I wouldn't not have let him touch me without. I would have backed away.
That's fine. You back into Pura.
oh there.
personal space, preferably.
You walked into my house thinking personal space is something you can afford? Ha! That's funny. Okay, okay. I see we got off on the wrong foot. I was just trying to make light joke, kid. Chill out. My name's Tony. How can I help you? Courtesy NPC of Cole.
I called
Thank
it.
you.
Oh, I called it.
Yep. Yep. Love you, Cole. Thanks, Cole.
Get
I,
her,
uh,
Tony.
I knew about this character coming in.
Yep. What can Tony do for you?
Gabagool. Best I can describe this man, at least to my abilities. A very stout, gruff voice. Sounds like he probably hurt his throat sometime, whether screaming loudly or some other physical injury. Very pronounced, raspy voice. Like probably wouldn't have met many others like him if you've heard him.
Interesting. He thinks to himself for a moment. Sounds unfamiliar.
Insight check.
Go ahead. It's okay. You don't have to believe anything that I tell you off the bat. That's totally okay.
Well, of course, I'm not going to trust you. That's a nat 20 for a 23.
A natural 20. Very nice. Okay,
I can
Tony
share with
obviously
you.
is a man that knows a lot of information. It's just how much are you willing to pay for it. He is telling the truth, though, that that particular description doesn't seem to match any of the people that he's heard about, but he is holding back a lot of information from you for good reason, because he wants payment before he's willing to
Mhm.
reveal things.
I will just kind of, I'd say discreetly, but not. I'm trying to hide it from a crowd or anything. But I'll just kind of like slip 2 gold coins out of my one of my sleeves. I understand my description isn't exactly the most helpful, but I'd appreciate it if you think about it a little more and just kind of hand them off to him.
Hmm. I just want to know what makes you so certain that this particular individual that you're looking for is the individual you're looking for. I know that doesn't make any sense, but what if you got the wrong person?
What?
I don't even know how to respond to that.
You said some words and like they went in one ear and I
They
heard
didn't even.
them, but I
Very
just
Very
does
neat.
not compute.
I whisper to I put my hand on my mouth and I'm like, he needs more money.
I had that. Tony, he has everything in the city. That's Tony's job, along with serving low quality alcohol. That's a side gig. Pretty mid, if you ask me.
Well, I've known them for a long time, and old friend of mine. Last I heard, they were here in Provonere, so I've been here looking for them, and I will slip another 3 gold pieces to him.
Yeah, that's the thing, though, kid. Last you heard. I don't like that. I like hearing right now, not last. Now. What happens if this person's long gone?
Well,
Just,
then I'd
just
preferably
trying
like
to
to
get to know
know.
my customer.
Preferably like to know if they are long gone, where they went to. Don't exactly have an instant form of messaging. I'm not quite attuned with that kind of magic.
I don't know about any deep, raspy voice that's gone through some trauma. I mean, you just described half the people in this town, but a crime person that you're looking for, don't get it. But plenty of rumors that I can help you about. You give the odd impression that you're looking for more than just one person. correct me if I'm wrong, I don't mean to judge, but I see through your fronts. No pun intended on the eyes.
I wouldn't really call them my friends, and I do know that one of them, else is in here.
Oh yeah, that's just Evadin. Don't worry about her.
You following me, Evadin?
No, actually, she just come into a favorite drinking spot with a drinking buddy that's standing right behind you.
Then why is she in here and not out there drinking?
Couldn't tell you. Evadin likes information. She's
She's
trying to hide from her
sneaky.
brother. But I heard that that's secret's up. The jig's over.
You really do hear the information fast.
Oh yeah. Incident happened like 2 hours ago.
Wait.
Yeah, it's old news at this point.
So
Yep.
Evadin is the sister that Riley was looking for.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Pura, you didn't know that. Sorry to spoil your secret, Evadin.
Well, I didn't know they were associated, so that's more of a new
I didn't
information
either
for me.
until a few minutes ago, but
Mm-hmm.
look, kid, you need some information. I'm the guy. But how much information I'm going to give you? Well, that just kind of depends on the information you're looking for, what you're willing to take versus what you're not. If you're willing to take mild quality information, what may or may not be true, that's cheaper price. You want solid information that I can guarantee with 92% accuracy to be correct, then you're going to pay a little higher. And by a little, I mean a lot.
Well, firstly, before we get any further in this, I'd prefer if these two leave us in private, preferably.
I see. Don't want to hang out with your friends. I gotcha.
I wouldn't call them my friends.
Do you have friends?
I do.
Hmm.
Do you? Are they all just money givers?
Listen here, kid. Don't come in here attacking my personal emotional foundation. I don't appreciate it.
Don't attack mine.
Good point. You're in my house, though. I can do what I want. All right, Pura, Evadin, get out.
Hey.
The big man don't want you here.
Good.
Sorry. Looks like you're not as good of a friend as he thought.
Mm.
Yeah, I figured. I guess let's go get a drink, Evadin.
All right, Pura.
I'll be back real soon, boss. Don't you worry.
You don't have to keep calling me that. I know you're gonna do it anyway, but. And then the two of
Nope.
you, presumably leave the chamber, leaving Rancor alone with Tony.
So did Tony notice me, or is it
Oh, yeah.
like
Tony
Mhm,
knew you were
cool.
there.
Good. I'm glad Tony knew
Yeah.
I was there.
Tony's passive perception and insight is super high.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Rancor. Actually, I'm sorry. Did you give him your name yet?
No, I did not.
Okay. All right, kiddo. Sorry, my bad. That was a mess up on the DM spot, but not my part. I'm doing great. Running the business, everything's wonderful. Tell me, kid. What can I do for you?
Well, you were a bit on the money there. I am looking for more than one person.
Nice to know I
For,
still got hunches.
for reasons I'd prefer not to disclose. But it's four of them.
Cool.
I've already told you what I can about first one. The other three, one's a woman. Bits of a sounds a lot younger, but she's a. How do you put this? She sounds vile, if that's the right way to put it. Even if she doesn't say it, you can tell there's some malice behind her words.
I see.
Other two are men. One a little more kind of middle-aged man, I'd say, who has a lot more of a somber but stern tone of voice. Um, and give me a second. I'm trying to remember um, the last one's a lot more pompous, charismatic, if that's the right word. Um, Seems to talk very high and mighty and likes to make a show of himself.
Interesting. So you want me to keep a lookout for information on these people?
Well, preferably, I'd like to know what any and all information you have about them as I slide over 10 more gold coins.
I like the way you think, kid. But be careful not to sell your bargains up front. You don't even know how good I am. And he takes the 10 gold coins off the table. Reaches back onto the desk behind him, kind of fiddles around, looking for something in the dark. You can tell he doesn't have dark vision, and doesn't actually see anything in the room as he's like, and then grabs something off the desk and turns back around, looks at you. For starters, this came into my possession 6 days ago. I don't know what it means, but it's this notebook. Most of the pages are torn out. There's one page on here that still has wording on it. You can't read, so I'll read it for you. And we'll start there. Pretty sure it's stolen, not quite sure, but this is what it says. To find the spot, take a right at the redwood post. Take 2 lefts, then 2 rights. Go under the sing cake. Now, again, I don't know what that means. I got nothing. And yes, I realize that you need me to post that somewhere, and I will. So give me a moment.
Yeah,
It's okay. I got you. Going into references. So, you start with this. So, let me ask you a follow-up question. Are you looking for something more regular? Like you come to me every so often looking for information and I provide what I've got for you? Or is this a one and done type deal?
I suppose that all depends on how not credible, how potent your information is.
Hmm.
If this comes up promising, but not completely fulfilling, then I'll probably be back. If this leads me to absolutely nothing, then I'll probably never see you again.
Fair
Well,
enough.
never saw you to begin with.
Good point. There's a lot of crime that goes on in Provonere. Under the radar, under the noses of the Red Shield and the Council. A lot of times they turn the other eye. Blink twice, you know? Things stay under the radar as long as they get their money. But Tony knows something that they don't. Tony has interconnections. They blink twice and pretend they didn't see it, but Tony writes it down. Figuratively, of course. You might start with an investigation that's open. About 4 days ago, a Mrs. Ambrose made a investigative report for arson at her Alchemist Academy on the X, just across the street from Madame Lepori's shop. The store was completely destroyed. The contents of her private safe was stolen. Don't ask me how I got into know this. You don't want to know. But she's alive. She's selling her wares on the Hex now. She stays at one of the inns, but couldn't tell you which one yet. Haven't quite gotten there. She has real colorful hair. But she thinks that some strange individuals broke into her house, much like the house that you were staying at. Oh, you didn't think I knew about that? The break-in last night in the Bronze Borough? It's all in the criminal underworld. Somebody big is hiring somebody. Whatever you have, they want. I don't know if it's you or the people you keep companions with, but why don't you start there? And if that's helpful information, and I promise it will be, because I'm Tony and I'm never wrong, except for when I am, but ignore those spots. Then you come back and we'll talk about mutual service.
Very well, Tony. Sounds like a potential business investment. I'll just kind
Sounds
of
good to me.
reach out and shake his hand.
He shakes your hand, gives you a pat on the back. Now you be careful out there. Don't ever trust somebody too much.
Until next time. Or not.
The adventure continues. Sorry. All right. So with those two pieces of information, you depart from the blacklit chamber of Tony's private, probably bedroom converted into office space of the Tonic and Toxica, and enter once again into the actual tavern chamber. Another patron has walked in, but the drunk throwing individual has stumbled out and is laying prone on the cobbled streets outside, still holding the dart that they haven't thrown yet. Both Pura and Evadin here are sharing or each drinking one of the beverages that they sell here, one of the like 6 beverages that they have. Just mildly chatting away as you exit back into this chamber.
All right.
I mean, do we notice him leave? I'm assuming
Yeah.
we would probably be watching.
I think it's only been maybe 30 minutes by this point.
Yeah.
Since like walking in there. All right.
How'd your talk go with Tony?
Remains to be seen.
Hmm.
But I've got some business to attend to, so I bid you gentlemen a good day until we meet again.
See you later. Thanks
Evadin
for
is
the
a woman,
drink.
just so you know.
Is that Ozen telling me that, or is that
Oh, sorry.
you?
Hey kid. I don't know how to say this professionally. I've never had to correct somebody, but the tiefling, not you, obviously. The other tiefling is female.
Is that supposed to be Ozen or is that Tony? I couldn't tell.
That's sorry. Yeah, the voices are hard to distinguish. Yeah, that's Ozen.
How
It's
do you
hard to
even?
get.
How
It's
do
hard
you
to get.
even?
What?
Sorry.
No, it's
How
okay.
can you even tell?
I have my ways.
Ozen. We're gonna have a talk later.
Okay, it's I have blind sight, okay? Look, I can see things. Sometimes I don't want to see things, but I see things.
Insight check on that fucking blind
Oh
sight.
no!
Yeah, make an insight check on the blind sight of your magical talking.
I want to know if he's lying to me or if he just is trying to lay it on softly. That's a 23.
23.
Wait,
He does have blind
22.
sight.
22.
Yeah, he does have blind sight. You do know that. But you know that blind sight does not see through clothing. So how he knows that information, best not to know. And with that, we'll fade to black and cut to Altrix over at Gear Whistle's Gizmos on the northern side of the Hex District. Don't ask questions, guys.
God.
Jake's face is terrified. Ozen's a perfectly good guy. Don't worry. Don't worry. It's okay.
If Evadin knew, Evadin would never have felt so violated before.
Yeah, but that's why I always said telepathically. All right,
Yep.
Altrix. The short gnome woman, white hair pulled back into a bun. Her like aviator goggles are pushed up onto her head, and she is tinkering away with you, looking at schematics and plans and drafting stuff with you. What is going on here in the actual workshop area of Gear Whistles Gizmos?
Well, at this point, I feel like Altrix is just sort of drawing his heart out in schematics and just ideas and concepts, and constantly just running them by Miss Gear Whistle, just to like, oh, that has been tried before, that doesn't work, scrap that.
Gotcha.
Maybe that's useful. That might work in another way. Just running everything by this woman.
Okay. And after 2 hours or so of toiling away, the two of you kind of arrive at one of those eureka discovery moments simultaneously as you both have like looking at all these blueprints. There's probably 100 now, scrawled out random designs, loosely pieced together with parchments, not according to scale, but just laid out across this table. But you kind of arrive and you're like, okay, this one might actually work.
Well, as we know, the more into extra dimensional space you go, the more unstable it becomes, and therefore the more likely it is to cause extra dimensional chaos, which is always, well, not always, but tends to not be a good thing for anyone in the immediate vicinity. However, we should be able to maintain it so long as it's under a certain total mass, as well as a total area. We won't be able to fit in a pocket, perhaps, but perhaps like on a belt or something of the sort.
My only concern is heat. The heat production that this device would require. How are you going to... Sorry, I'm formulating my thoughts. Are you wanting to use the heat that's produced in the creation process of the extraction device that's in this pocket dimension as fuel? Or are we needing to also design a exhaustion system to remove the heat from inside the extra dimensional space and keep it from reaching critical temperature threshold and combusting?
I know of a magic can form itself in many forms. If we create simply a storage, just a storage unit for all sorts of arcane forces, we can expend arcane forces of that typically form, with things like ice knives and, cones of cold. We can essentially use that to cool the system itself while only outputting as a product arcane forces of incendiary elements as well as those of force and lightning and all the extra stuff.
I think that would work just fine. We just need a perpetual coolant system inside the device, but
As well as a
those are
source
easy
of
enough.
energy to draw, or one thing at a time.
Okay. Question, Dungeon Master to player. How much information about what you're trying to create have you shared? Has Altrix shared with Raven Gear Whistle?
At this point, I have expressed my desire for, at least in more detailed terms, for this extra dimensional space, storage, as well as container, almost like units, to transfer from this storage into the from the extra dimensional plane into the 3-dimensional plane.
Okay.
That is where we have focused.
Wonderful. All right. So, and she pauses for a moment and begins writing out a very long list of things that she's going to need you to collect. And proceeds to hand you, after 5 or 10 minutes of scribbled handwriting, the list that I've already given you of the things that you know that you need. And then she proceeds to tell you, I will take care of designing a coolant system around an engine like this. And I can also find an extractor to condense the energy that we're needing, a condenser of some kind. I'll work on that. I'll sort through my old designs, but you have to collect all of these things because we're going to actually need the pots to build this.
Okay.
Now, I don't give away things for free. Sorry. I'm just interested in the design. So I'm consulting with you for free. However, I'm sure there are plenty of places in the city that you can acquire parts, for lack of better wording, for a fair price, or if you just go rummaging through some scraps. I know at the bottom of the sky dock, they often can break down old ships and leave their parts, kind of scavenge through them on a regular alternating basis, so people can sell them. But if you can go there, you can check other areas that also might be discarding parts. There are some things on that list, as you may notice, that are a little bit harder to acquire. Try not to steal anything from any actual possession, but if you have any questions, please feel free to come back. I don't know, you haven't given me a time frame on how quickly you're wanting this done, but
I mean, I I don't have anything else going on at the moment. I don't think really. Although you mentioned going to other places in the city and getting parts for a fair price. What is that?
yes, of course. And she begins to think to herself, places that would sell good parts. Check the upper levels of the Skydock. People bring in new wares all the time, and often the merchants that make their way to the top of the Skydock are among the first to get their hands on wares before they make their way to the actual hex. You can purchase those maybe for a more market value price instead of a extended hijacked price when it makes its way down to the hex. Traveling merchants come through the hex all the time. I don't know of any other shops besides my own that actually are dedicated to the selling of artificer devices and machinery and interworkings, but there are traveling merchants that come through, especially on their way to Hydroxyl and Oshia Vester to the south. Ubenberg is also a very popular place if you're willing to travel, but that's quite a decent travel to the south. Same with Oshia Vester and Hydroxyl. So if you're willing to travel, go there. Or just wait for merchants to come through. But I couldn't tell you an exact price on how much you're gonna have to pay in terms of coinage, but does that help?
Uh, I guess. Yes. Uh, looking at looking at this list here, most things pretty common stuff. I did have a question. I'm not the again. I'm no scientist. You just have something labeled here as extra dimensional essence. Could you does that come in like jars or?
Right. Hmm. Right. I assume you have no history of essence work.
Let's go with that. Yeah.
Great. I have very minimal experience in doing so myself. It's a relatively new, not discovery. I feel like it's been around for quite some time, but it's a very skilled, extended specialty practice of the type of work that we are doing, and I've recently started to dabble into it. The general idea is to extract the purest arcane essence of an individual, a creature, a beast, artifact, a magical item of some sort, and imbue that into a ethereal form that could then be used as raw magic in devices like what we are trying to build. In order to actually open this extra dimensional space, we need an essence that has that kind of capacity. I don't personally have the magical capabilities of opening an extra dimensional gateway on my own. So
Gotcha. So
you
we
accept
need
that.
to access the extra dimensional plane. We need to have something that has already done so.
Yes, that would be the easiest way. Otherwise, we're going to need an overwhelming amount of arcane energy,
One
which I
moment.
presume that neither of us have.
Altrix reaches into his satchel and pulls out a old and highly damaged genie's lamp. But
She
this,
she blinks for a second.
What?
I'm
there's,
sorry. Is that what I think it is?
I mean, it had power. I mean, I don't know what happened to it, but
May I? and she pulls her goggles down with one hand and takes the genie's lamp and begins to inspect it, flicking through various glass shades that are flicking over down in multiple lenses as she begins to inspect it. There's still quite a decent amount of arcane essence surrounding this device. Does this contain a being?
Not that I'm aware of.
Where did you find this?
In the forest.
Deception or persuasion check.
I don't have any of my dice. Hold on.
I just found it.
Failure. I just found it in the woods.
I just found it in the
Just
woods,
genius
guys.
lamp.
Don't worry about it.
It's a genius lamp. Don't worry about it.
I found it at a garage sale.
Yeah, for $10, bro.
All right. Not prepared. All right. That's gonna be 12.
Well, that's better than my natural one. So,
I will say it is a 12 persuasion.
great. Wow. You are the luckiest person I've ever met. My gods. Okay. This is perfect. This could be the container. It could be melded in as part of the design, and we might actually be able to extract an essence. I just have to find or build an extractor.
Oh, okay. And how would we go about doing that?
Give me some time. I'm gonna need a couple days to see if I can draw up schematic. That's not gonna be an easy task. I have some old colleagues I'm gonna have to reach out to. But if I can call my friends over in Axavera, this is way more than I thought I was getting myself into. You work on getting to other things on that list. Come back in 2 or 3 days, and I think we'll be fine. Let's start there.
Okay.
And she begins to kind of scoop the schematics back together, hands you a decent stack of them so that you can have it for your reference. She's made a decent jot around for the one design that we've caught, that you basically have decided on. And then she'll leave you with that. Do you want to take the genie's lamp back, or do you want her to hold on to it?
Yes.
Okay. All right, that's fine. She has no problem giving it back to you. Don't lose this. This is incredibly valuable. You have no idea.
I really don't. I guess I will go to the Skydock, I suppose.
Great. Wonderful. Okay, back over to Paloma, who's being led around, or has been led around a little bit. Master Stormball, however, has finished up his coffee break, basically, mid-afternoon, 2 or 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and has met you in the courtyard where Harris has brought you here. Sizik has woken up in the Great Divide, and Sizik, when you wake up, there is a silver thread that leads off to the northern bound side of the city.
I'll follow it.
Great. And you begin skipping along. Paloma, again, back with you. You are in the courtyard. The courtyard has 1 or 2 middle-aged oak trees that have been planted, a couple of small shrubs that seem to be well taken care of, a couple of small benches, stone or 1 stone, 1 wood. But in the middle, there's an actual like pit that has been dug out about 3 feet into the ground, sloped. Nice earthen steps have been carved out, and there's an actual like clay battle floor. It's not bigger than 15 by 10 feet as a rectangle. And Master Stormpaw has positioned himself upright, standing on 1/2 of the painted white line across the middle, and motions for you to position yourself on the other side.
Yeah, I will.
Well, I suppose, Paloma, it is time that we test your integrity. So please, give it your best shot. Hold nothing back. I'm eager to see your capabilities.
Okay.
And Paloma, if you would roll initiative for me, that would be great. As you are entering combat with Master Stormhawk.
That
So
is
Anna, you have that other character sheet done, right?
That's a 23.
Wow, that's really good. All right, you'll be going before him, but not by much. All right, you may take first position and first draw.
All right. I am going to run in and okay. I'm gonna run in and hit him. And yeah, I'm just gonna run in and hit him.
Okay.
That is a 19.
A 19 makes contact on directly on his abdomen. Go ahead and roll for damage.
Okay.
He attempts to kind of weave out of your way, but you catch him at moving lightning fast speeds and just punch him right in the gut.
And I'm going to go ahead and spend a key point to do a Hand of Harm.
Okay.
So that is 7 necrotic damage and 11 bludgeoning damage.
Very nice hit. Kind of reels back, sliding as his paws try to make contact with the ground. As he skids back about 5 feet, and then begins to take. Or anything else on your turn before I move?
I have my bonus action as well.
Okay, go ahead.
That one's only going to be a 15.
Okay, as you run up to him again, he kind of sidesteps out of your way, and you miss him. And then as you are still mid-punch in mid-air, he's going to reach his foot out and attempt to trip you. Make a dexterity, it's a contested dexterity check against his.
Okay. That is a 17.
17 does not beat his 19 as you trip on the ground and fall prone face first over him, and he sidesteps and then comes down with a fist right into your back. That is going to be with his staff that he is holding. That is going to be a 28 to hit you.
Yeah, that hits.
Sorry, it's a really good roll. And he just kind of like with one hand just slams the staff, like just a bludgeoned part into your back. And you're going to take, you're going to take 9 bludgeoning damage. And then he's going to immediately retaliate and flip it over on the side and try to sideswipe you over as well. You are prone, so he has advantage on that. I'm pretty sure he's going to miss you though. With a 15.
Yeah, that misses.
Okay, as he tries to slip, you kind of roll over on your now on your back, your stomach facing up, and it is your turn.
I'm sorry, I didn't catch how much damage.
That is going to be 9 points of damage.
Okay.
Yeah, that's right.
All right. I'm going to go ahead and stand up.
Okay, takes half your movement.
And I'm going to go at him again.
Okay.
That is going to be a 24.
24 is a hit.
That's going to be 7 bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
And then screw it. I'll go ahead and spend another key point to do Flurry of Toes.
Wow, very nice.
Lets me do 2 attacks. That one's going to be an 18. No, sorry,
18.
I can 16.
16 is a miss.
Okay.
So
Second
you go with your
one-
leg to hit him, you miss him.
Second one is going to be. That one's much better. That one's going to be a 22.
Okay, that is a hit.
That one is going to be 9 slashing damage.
Wonderful. Got it. I'm quite impressed by your skill. Wonder who taught you. And he is going to retaliate on that. And give you, as you're now standing upright again, is going to punch you, kind of throwing his staff off to the side for a moment, or throws it from one hand to the other as he begins to punch with one. And that is going to be a 18 to hit you.
Yeah, that'll hit.
An 18 hits you, he will spend a key point. He is at least part of a monk. And do you have any vulnerabilities, resistances, immunities to damage or conditions?
Nope.
Okay.
That would be over with all of my proficiencies, yes. Oh, no,
would be
it's up with
under-
immunity. Yeah, no, I don't have any.
Okay. Just part of it. Wonderful. All right. With that attack, he's going to follow that with 2 additional attacks. So that's 3 attacks all coming at you. The second attack is a 19 to hit, and the third attack is a 21 to hit. All of those for a combined damage total of 27 bludgeon damage. As she socks one into you and then just punches
much?
2 into you. 27.
Yeah, I'm out.
Great. When you get knocked on your back cold and you feel your vision kind of going hazy as your like skull makes contact with the clay ground. And then he will cast healing on you with his staff. And you heal for 14 points. Stand up. Who taught you?
Well, first I want to say that was fun.
Oh, we're not done yet.
Oh, okay. My mom taught me.
Wonderful. Who's your mother?
Oh my god, I feel so bad for not knowing this off the top. Oh, her name is Pata.
Interesting. Why are you here?
To learn.
He smiles. Why?
I don't think so.
Why are you here?
To finish my training so I can be a monk like my mom.
Another lie. Sugar-coated with the truth, but a lie nonetheless. And he will sock you. For 2 of it. That is a 19 to hit and a 26 to hit. Following is going to be 10 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
It is your turn.
Okay. I'll hit him again.
Okay.
That is gonna be a 21 to hit.
21 to hit. All right, that is going to make contact on him. Go ahead.
Okay. And that one's gonna be 10 bludgeoning damage. And then I will I'll just leave that. Oh no, I get my bonus action attack.
Okay.
That one is a 23.
Okay, hold on a second. He grabs your fist mid-air, and then turns it to the side.
Yes.
Can you make a Constitution saving throw for me?
Sure. 14.
Wonderful. That is a fail. Just barely though. As you feel your shoulder dislocate from its socket.
Fuck.
It hurts a lot.
Yeah.
However, you only take 2 points of damage from that.
Only.
Only 2.
As if
Tell
it
me-
doesn't leave me at 2.
Why are you here?
I don't fucking know. What do you want to hear?
I want to hear the truth.
I'm here because I want to fucking do something with my life. I haven't done anything up to this point.
What about that rabbit? And he gestures with his eyes, standing in the doorway behind you, who's watched in and caught the latter half of this battle. Sizik has watched you getting progressively just beat up by this guy in the nicest, respectable manner. What about him?
I don't see what he has to do with this.
Why are you here?
I'm here
Is it
because
for
he's
him?
here.
And what do you get out of that?
Satisfaction of a job well done. I don't know.
You are not clear of thought. That is a monk principle taught at every institution that I know of. As good of a combatant that you are, as well as your mother has trained you, you lack the diligence to train under me.
Fine. Come on, Sizik. And I'll start walking out the door.
I will walk up to him. What? Yeah, I'll walk up to him and I'll kind of pull on his clothing.
Oh, yes, little one.
Can you explain something to me?
I can try.
Why would you deny her ability to learn?
She does not know what journey she is on. What kind of journey is that?
The fault is not her own, however. The journey she is on is because of me. You cannot fault her for something like that. No?
I can see that she has suffered greatly. For
We all
you.
have.
Yes, but also for her own sake. And that clouds her judgment.
You might need to use less words. I'm losing my interest.
You are smart. Tactful, no, but smart.
She doesn't seem to think so.
She'll be back.
If you're not her friend, you're her enemy.
I'm no enemy.
It is what you call, like when cat and dog fall sky. Metaphor. Yes, it is metaphor. You are not actually enemy, but she will come back. She's what is word I'm looking for? Oh wait, she left. Stubborn. She is stubborn. Nah.
I know.
Will you act as if you've known her your whole life?
No. But I do specialize in learning a lot about people by the way they fight.
Bah. People are more than what their fists say. Nah,
Are
that
you,
is what
are you a
grandma says.
combatant?
No. My stick is just to tell me when things go bad. I use grandma magic, yeah.
Grandma. Interesting.
But nobody believes me. Apparently she doesn't exist because I'm the only one who's seen her. No matter.
Would you like some tea?
Do you have any juice? I would much prefer juice.
Do you like coconuts?
Are there coconuts on islands? I do not remember. So yes?
That's unfortunate. I don't
long
have
ago.
any.
Then why offer?
Just seeing. Seeing if you're true to your word. I have apple juice. You like apples?
Ooh.
I
Do you
mean,
have
I don't
carrot
have
juice?
apple juice, but I can make apple juice.
It's fine. I'm going to go with her now. You have bad day. You denied her You have bad day.
Hmm.
I do not like you. You are rude.
And as you turn around, you look down and stemming not from you, but just next to you, almost passing through you in some way, as if that was the fastest way, there is a silver tether that seems to be tightening and tightening and tightening.
As I try to leave.
No, as Paloma walks further away.
Listen, Grandma, you gotta give me words. I do not understand when you try to make. And
Are
I'll
you
just
just
call,
saying it out loud?
Paloma!
yes, I'm like
Yeah, okay.
talking to myself.
Wait, come back!
Hopefully, I'm loud enough.
Yeah, she's probably just stood at the door waiting for you.
You cannot leave.
Like hell I can't.
No, I do not mean literally you cannot leave. I mean, I think it is best if you stay and try to fight for your position as student.
Why? What your grandma tell you?
No.
Yeah. Does she
No,
know anyways?
This I do not know. She's called me a big words. I don't remember. Listen, it's like a hunch. And when was the last time I had a hunch that was wrong?
Well, your hunch is what got it. Fine.
Now, and I'll about face turn around 180, and I'll pull out my club, very short because like it's big enough for me to one hand, and it's very tiny. I'll start prodding what's his name. You are too quick to judge people on slight things that don't even exist in physical form. So she's clouded of mind. She's also basically barely adult. You cannot expect someone who is far too young to have experience and know-how of someone who's 500-year-old. You want good fighter, you are looking at her. Now, if you want to keep being I cannot say that because she knows the language, but if you want to keep being rude, then you lose out on your best prospect. Duh. So, I suggest you rethink yourself, Mr. What was his name?
Stormpaw.
Stormfa. Pa.
I can learn whatever you want.
It's not about learning what I want you to learn, it's about learning for yourself. I am trying to teach students more than how to punch things really hard. It's a way of mind, a lifestyle. You might be a young adult, and I was once a young adult too. I don't look that young anymore, and I understand that. But I've spent years upon years, decades on decades, learning the ways of what I teach to my students. It is not that I don't want to teach you, but it is that I cannot teach you if you are unwilling to learn.
I don't know where I expressed that. I feel like I've been very open with this.
You have no idea what you want.
If
You don't
I
even know
may,
why you're here. You're here for
if I
him.
may. Excuse me.
Yes, go
No,
ahead.
not to try and interrupt you, Mr. Rainy Feet, but I think I understand. Now let me put it in my own words, because maybe it would make more sense coming from myself. What I believe he is trying to say to you You are here in town and not home because of me. A lot of what you think about, whether I think you admit it or not, is my well-being, and sometimes not your own. You must let go and think about yourself, your own future, and what you want to do with yourself, and not of my safety. I may be young, but now we are surrounded by many a friend. And if you cannot be there to protect me, I feel as if our buddy very give me a second. I will think of word. 7 begrudgingly, is that right?
Think so?
Yeah, close enough. He Rancor will take care should something happen. He acts mean, but I feel he good.
I don't know what to say. I don't like the point of it then. Point in being here.
It's for you.
Well, yeah.
You are here for yourself.
Yeah.
What do
That's
you
why
seek?
that's why I'm here. I
I tried. Good luck.
I
I'm gonna go. Do you have a bathroom?
Yes.
Oh, where is it?
Third door on your left, right corridor.
Spasiba. It means thank you in my language.
I know what it means.
Oh, you do speak Sylvan. Wonderful.
I've been to Kilauea once or twice.
Home. Right, I must use bathroom. Good luck.
Thank you. Paloma, I don't mean to be brash. Or rude. And I don't mean to cause offense.
I think
But
you
if
do.
you've traveled thousands of miles just to safeguard a child, while that is incredibly noble of you, I can't help but wonder why pursue a journey at all, unless there is something that you're missing. Something
Well,
that you seek.
yeah. I want to finish this. I want to see this through. I've gotten this far in my training. I got to finish it. My mom was already done by the time she was my age.
May I ask you a follow-up question?
Why not?
Why? Why seek to finish it? What comparison do you need to make to your mother?
She taught me everything.
A wise woman.
And I want to prove to her that I was worth teaching.
Have you considered that perhaps you might already have proven that?
Well, I haven't finished yet, so no.
Do you think she's proud of you?
I don't even know if she's alive.
That is a tough thing to think about.
It didn't really take much to impress her.
As a special bond between a mother and her daughter.
Are you gonna teach me or not?
Are you going to learn or not?
If I say that I'll do my best, is that okay?
Your best is all I'm asking for.
Of course.
Classes start at dawn.
Tomorrow?
Yes, tomorrow, not today. Dawn's already passed.
All right.
And he again sticks a paw out, extending to you.
Uh,
And from now on, it is Master Stormpaw to you,
okay.
pupil Paloma.
You help me with my shoulder.
Right. And he pops it back into place. You do take 1 point of damage from that.
Mason, no.
Leaving you, I believe, on 1 hit point.
Yes.
You look a little worse for wear. And he will, without saying anything else, extend his staff and tap the end to you on your shoulder where it was previously dislocated. And you heal 18 points of health. I'll see you tomorrow.
All right. And then I guess I'll wait for Sizik.
Okay, and Sizik comes out of the bathroom like 5 minutes later.
Oof, thankfully no bodies in this toilet.
Hopefully that never happens again. He said yes.
I knew you could do it. Grandma was right. Thank you, Babushka. Where to now? I'm mildly bored.
See anything interesting on the way here?
I slept in tree in park.
Sizik, is that you? And Harris is like looking down the corridor, the king bear, waving in his
Hello.
boxing gloves.
Do not get stuck in any more trees, da.
Stop.
This is one I helped who was stuck in tree.
This is Paloma. Yes, I met her earlier.
Yes.
How wonderful.
Yeah,
I remember.
I knew that you would
So-
like it. It's fighter.
So Paloma, are you starting classes here?
Yeah, he said tomorrow.
Interesting. Okay, well, I'll see you tomorrow then.
Hell yeah.
Bye, Harris.
Bye, Sizik. Bye, Paloma.
And then I guess we just like wander back towards because we're on the opposite end of town from.
Yep.
Yeah, we just wander back towards the flat.
Altrix, cutting back to you for just a split second. As you approach the sky docks, you do a brief rummaging through the area. You find some miscellaneous parts. Go ahead and give me an investigation check.
Okay. See here. I am going to use my heroic inspiration.
That's fair.
Much better. That is going to be a 24.
Very nice. Okay.
God
Um,
damn.
Rummaging through the remnants of the scraps that they just kind of throw out at the base of the sky docks, you find 3 glass flasks.
Yep.
Okay. 4 metal scraps.
Mm-hmm.
Top
6
tier loot.
cogs.
6 cogs.
Yep.
Got it.
1 lock. It's open, but a lock nonetheless.
Well, I gotta scroll through to find the lock. I'll just write it down.
Okay.
Okay.
3 copper wires.
Yep.
6 screws.
Yep.
Are they loose screws?
Yeah, they're just loose screws. Or parts that you can extract from existing material.
Yep.
1 lever, though it is still attached to what looks to be the remnants of a larger thing that you can kind of have to take it off.
Yep.
And then 1 fancy parts.
One fancy part.
That should do you well.
Yay!
And then where are you headed afterwards?
After Altrix has just filled up all his bag, he just turns around and just kind of realizes he's alone. in this large city and is going to attempt to make his way back to I guess the room Cradeyr and
Okay.
Ystira's home.
Okay. Cutting back over to, as you begin making your way, Altrix, cutting back over to Rancor, and then Pura and Evadin still in the Tonic and Toxica Tavern. Rancor, you are headed out of this tavern. Where are you headed? You are muted. Sorry.
Thank you. No, you're good. I would have been heading to must have looking for Paloma and Sizik.
Okay. Just looking for out for them. Anything else?
Not really.
Okay. And then Pura, Evadin, what about the two of you?
I actually would like. I would actually like to talk to Tony.
Okay. All right. Hold that for a second. And then Pura, what about you?
I'd also like to talk to Tony, but
Fair enough. All right, and then Owunul, you have made your way back to the apartment flat. Yazira and Cradeyr are waiting for you, trying to tidy up. Yazira is super inquisitive about the success of your task. Did you get it? Owunul, did you do a good job?
Riley. Is he frozen?
yeah, I think
He
he's
froze.
frozen.
Riley's dead.
No.
He
Riley?
hasn't been here
Oh.
in 3
Oh.
hours.
Oh,
Nope, he was just
Riley.
mentally
Riley.
frozen.
Riley.
Riley,
What?
You okay, dude?
Are you
dumbass.
okay?
I'm a little tired.
Yeah, I can.
Great.
Man was a nom.
Can you feel your left arm?
It's enough.
Okay, it's not a
No.
stroke. We're good.
Ow. Okay, yes.
There you
I'm
go.
sorry, what?
Great. Owunul has arrived back at the apartment flat, and Yazira is super inquisitive immediately upon your arrival if you complete your task. Well, did you get it done?
Here, take it, it's yours.
She takes the deed, looks at it briefly, closes it, looks at it again because she didn't read it the first time. I like you more.
That's crazy. I'm gonna go take care of my horse now.
Useful for something. Oh, great. Okay. Well, wonderful. And that is where we will come back after our break, and we will pick up in the Tonic and Toxica with both Pura and Evadin speaking to the elusive Tony. Don't go anywhere. We will be right back very shortly. Previously on Arcane Adventures, Tony, the Italian New Yorker man, meets with Evadin and Pura in a dark room at the back of his tavern. And that's where we pick up. Welcome back, folks. Evadin and Pura, like I said previously, are meeting with Tony in the back of his weirdly odd tavern in a dark room. Pura, Evadin, as you enter into this chamber, again, blacklit windows, are you both entering to talk to Tony at the same time, or is one of you going in and then the other one coming afterwards?
Probably like one after the other.
Okay, who wants to go first?
I'll go first.
All right, Evadin.
I enter in.
Hey, it's Tony, Evadin. I just saw you. What are you doing here again?
I have some information I would like to get.
The information you say. Tony's good at that. It's like the one thing Tony's good at.
Indeed.
Why are you so depressed, kid? Like, cheer up.
Well, I spent a long day already.
It's like 3 o'clock in the afternoon.
It's been a long day.
Yes.
Okay, I respect it. What are you here for? What can I do for you?
Well, you already know my brother's in town. He's been kind of a bit of a blabbermouth.
Mm-hmm.
I
What about it?
Hey guys, what's up?
wanted to check in and see if anyone was coming after us or after me specifically.
Because of your familiar relations?
Yeah,
Interesting.
potentially also to do with the attack that happened to them apparently last night.
I haven't heard anything about that name being thrown around too much yet. It's been pretty on the down low from you. Nobody's really known that you're here, minus Tony, and of course, Tony doesn't tell people anything unless they pay money, of course. But you know, that's just my job. In terms of your brother, though, he's said some words around. A couple of red shielded guards have been perked up. It's a little bit of a rumor being spread, but nothing alarming that I'm aware of. You know, and he kind of holds his hand out, waiting for you to respond.
How much would be the typical payment that I would be giving, probably?
You tell me.
Oh.
Is Tony like a dirty slob that's gonna like scrounge for any coin he can get, or is he like actually high end?
I'll give him 5 gold.
Okay.
To start off. I will take it off later because I am in the middle of doing something on D&D Beyond. But yes, I can. Oh. Well, all right. Anyway, yeah. So I hand over the 5 gold.
Okay. No, I haven't heard anything, you know, in particular, but I will keep an eye out, make sure that if I come across the name, your last name particularly, be thrown around, you know, I'll make sure you're the first to know.
I
Unless somebody
appreciate
pays me more than 5 gold, and then they'll be the first to know. But
I hand him another 5 gold because it's like I appreciate it.
of course, happy to do business for you, Evans, at any time.
Glad to know my brother's loudmouth hasn't attracted attention yet.
Yeah, I understand. You know, you're kind of on the heebie-jeebies from your parents, kind of on the run. You know, I respect it. Anything else I can do for you, Evadin? Today, of course. Tomorrow's a different day.
Indeed, it is. What can you tell me about the people that? Do you know anything about the bandits that attacked? The
All I know is what I told that tiefling guy that came in here earlier. I don't know his name yet, but I'm gonna find out. Don't worry. But that's besides the point. All I really know is that somebody's paying some, not big bucks, but somebody's paying some stuff to do some things. Whatever they're in possession of, I guess somebody wants it and wants it real bad, enough to pay several hundred gold pieces to hire some loose assassin thief gang to take care of it. But it's interesting.
So basically, just the interesting. Yes, I could.
Cole, you're hot micing.
Yeah, of course. Nothing in particular, but I'll keep looking into it for you.
Appreciate it.
Of course. Will
I'll
you send
come
in my next customer?
I'll send in I think it's Pura.
Oh yeah, Pura. I know him. Go way back to like 3 years ago. It's crazy how he didn't know my name though until today. I told him like 5 times. I literally say my name every time I talk.
How drunk has he been every time you talk to him?
On a scale of 0 to 10, like 15.
He probably just doesn't. He hasn't drunken enough to remember everything about himself.
I see. I mean, that's what I'm here for. Pay me more Pay me more money for the same information I gave you. All good.
Alrighty, well, you keep yourself safe.
You too, Evadin. I'll see you later eventually.
Yep.
And then Evadin, you leave the chamber, and Pura is quick to hasten into the chamber. Hey, Pura, it's Tony! How can I help you, Pura?
Hey, Tony, I got a question for you.
Yeah, Tony's here to answer all your questions. For a fee, of course.
I take
Free 99.
I'm gonna take 4 gold and set it on his desk. And have you heard anything else about my family?
Nothing yet, bud, but I'm looking into it. I will let you know, though, the description of that guy you gave, something oddly familiar sound. I don't know. I can't piece the pieces together, quite right now. I'm still looking into it. It's all new information, but I don't want to lead you on a wild goose chase, you know what I mean? But I think I'm onto something, but I'm not quite sure yet.
I take 2 more gold and put it on the table and be like, keep following that lead.
Oh, yeah, of course. That Rancor, sorry, that tiefling guy that I met earlier is I don't know his name yet. I'm gonna find out shortly. Don't worry about it. He seems like an interesting fellow, and he's got some obviously very tragic past. I mean, he's blind. I don't know what happened there, but he didn't really tell me about it. But I think he might also be a good source of information for you. But you keep coming to Tony because Tony has the best information in the city. So,
Of course, Tony. Thank you, and I'll be back soon.
of course. Also, you tell your buddy, what's his name, Cradeyr, I think. That I'm pretty sure his request to get a venue play is maybe going to be approved, maybe not. But you give him some hope, okay?
Sounds good. I think that would make him happy.
All right. You have a good one, Pura.
See you later, Tony.
And you also exit the chamber. What are the two of you, Evadin and Pura, as you're back in the tavern main space doing?
My character is going to check in through the Raven.
Okay.
You see what's going on.
Yeah, you find Owunul standing in front of Cradeyr, who you met earlier, and a half elven woman in white hair that you've never seen before.
I see. I see. Does she seem to like? Because I know she seems to have some weird properties. Does she seem to like be able to like see me through the bird almost?
She's not looking at the raven named Crow at the moment, so you're not quite sure. But it definitely felt like that a little earlier today when she made direct eye contact with the bird, but then didn't say anything.
Mm-hmm. Just gonna take a quick kind of scan of the area. Are they outside or inside currently?
They are inside a tavern, a soaking blood stain. It's trying to come out of the hardwood floor. They're trying to clean it right now. Cradeyer's like on his knee, like scrubbing. Owunul is moving some boxes around, trying to rearrange this space. Not a very spacious interior by any means. There's a staircase that goes upstairs.
We need to
A
cover up
couple
the
of
blood. We need to cover it up with
Yeah.
boxes.
yeah, a couple of bread cabinets being moved that Owunul's lifting up and putting down in different places, but nothing super fancy at all.
I stopped checking in and then I turned to Pura and I'm like, so I assume you are working with my brother on the all the other stuff with the other groups of strangers.
Was I? Where?
Yeah,
I mean, yes, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I was. Don't exactly remember what we did fully, but yeah, we did do stuff.
That happens whenever you do what we did, you know? The Mary J's.
The Mary J.
The Mary J's, yeah, they'll really get you.
500 Mary J's.
Owen will have 5.
Wow.
He seems like a good guy.
I feel like that's kind of the issue with him is he's too good of a person.
A little naive there, but you know, learn quick enough. What about what time is it?
It's about 3:30 now, almost 4, somewhere in there. At this point, Pura, you're starting to think that, yeah, you might want to get back. You and Cradeyr have to practice. You know, Cradeyr and Yazira have been working on the flat, so might be time to wrap things up a little bit.
I think let's do one more round, and then we should get back to. I gotta get back to Cradeyr and tell him some news and practice for our show. I gotta go figure out what's all happening at the flat. Who knows?
Gotcha. Well, do you have room for one more person
Sure.
at the place? Awesome. Alrighty.
You can sleep on the bloodstain.
Alright, well, yeah, one more round then.
Well, I'm sure Crader's sister would be happy there. Let's get going.
Is it a bit of a sausage party there or whatever?
It was last night.
Pura has no idea what happened last night at all.
I'm sorry. I just saw your Mason just turn die.
I hate all of you
God.
so much.
Hey, at least it didn't. All right, look. Let's we have our one round of drinks. I think we head back.
All right, which are you guys paying off your tabs, or are you gonna keep it on the tab for your barkeep to pay off later?
How expensive is the tab currently?
Oh god.
How often do you come to drink here?
I wouldn't say I come here every night.
Pura probably does.
I feel like I would leave it open.
Okay. The barkeep informs you, Pura, that your tab is now up to 61 gold pieces. I mean, 5 years of drinking is a lot of drinking. So,
Did you really lose your tab?
And then
Easy.
Evadin, you haven't been here for super long. We'll say that your tab is a lot lower at like 6 gold pieces.
That sounds reasonable, I think. All right, I
I'll
will.
make note of that later.
Yeah, the thing is, I do feel like Evadin is the type to close her tab every time.
Okay.
Because she's like, I feel like she's the type of person who doesn't like to be doesn't like to owe people money.
Okay. Well, let's say that's more like 3 gold pieces instead.
She's had a rough day, so she's been drinking more than
Yeah.
usual today.
A while. A couple hours.
Would we actually, that was the one thing with the lunch that I had. Would I have had a short rest?
You're really rested.
That
So I'm
I
gonna
was
say
just
no.
okay. I was just wondering if like it was kind of like because I know it's like usually like leisure activity. You can be like
Right.
resting as well for like a short rest. That's why I was thinking. Oh, I probably had like
Yeah.
a lunch that
Yeah,
was
that's
like
fair. That's fair. You probably had a nice lunch with Athena. Yeah, I'll give it to you.
awesome. I just wanted to have just a couple hit dice because a little low on a little lower on HP. I don't
Yeah,
mind.
a little post anaphylactic shock, you know.
Yeah.
All right, and Pura leaves his tab open. Evadin, you close your tab of 3 gold pieces to the barkeep, and you both leave the Tonic and Toxica and head southbound towards the flat. And it is about this time in like 45 minutes or so. So we'll say it's not quite about 4:45 or so. At this point that you all converge back at the apartment flat. Couple of clouds
Before
in
that,
the yeah.
sorry, before that, there was one thing I. Okay.
Okay.
Just kind of as I'm walking with Paloma. Can I ask you something? I've been sort of thinking.
What now?
It's dangerous, I know. Do you regret coming with me? Would you have stayed home?
I don't think regret's the right word. I don't know what the right word is, but we've had a lot of fun. But we've also gotten into a lot of trouble. And you know, I miss everybody back home. But no.
I only ask because sometimes it does not feel like you are always joyous as I.
Well, we can't both be the optimist.
What is optimist?
Uh,
Oh, never mind. Is eye doctor. Got it. Right.
no, we
That's
can't.
exactly what I was thinking.
No, we can't. We can't both always be excited and friendly, and like one of us has to keep our wits about us and be smart. Otherwise, we'll get in twice as
Hey.
much trouble. You get into enough
Oh,
trouble
yeah.
for the both of us.
I get bored easily. Anyways, that is all.
I just wish that grandma of yours would Sometimes I wish she would have left us alone.
Nah, I like her. She is interesting.
Yeah, that's one
Many a
word for it.
story to tell. What, you say that you do not have family members who tell strange and interesting stories from their lifetime?
Yeah, I do. And then I ruffle his hair.
Ah.
But
Wait, you meant me.
I have meant you.
I did not get at first.
It's just that I don't think
Yes, I know. You don't believe she exists.
it's not even that. It's just that he's the entire reason we're here. And what did it get us?
Group of friends.
Franz is a bit eager, but
Well, I like the Altrix man. He is not the brightest, but he's fun.
you should have heard him in the shop yesterday. I didn't understand a word he was saying. Or that was not yesterday. Earlier today.
That was today. Yeah, all good.
Time flows strange in these parts.
You should have heard him in the
Yeah.
shop last week.
Ah. It's what makes him fun. Well, I believe there's word for that. Is quirks? Yes, he's quirky. But I think as of now I have set a goal for myself. The Mr. Rancor, he is he kind of leans in, hard ass, but I will break him. He will feel emotion. I will do it. Haven't figured out how yet though. Anyways, I wonder where everyone is.
I don't know where everyone else got off to, but best place to find him would probably be the apartment.
The where?
The place that you crashed through the roof.
Ah, yes. I should probably fix that. I am not carpenter.
Altrix could fix it.
Oh, clever. Yes, he can. Okay. To the apartment we go.
Okay.
Mm.
And all of you, at some point in time between 4:30 and 5:15 in the afternoon, arrive back at the apartment flat of Pura, Cradeyr, and Yazira. Take it away.
Guess who is a carpenter?
Hello, everybody. We are back at roughly same time. How convenient.
Yep. Convenient and all that.
Hey, would any of you happen to know where one would get a wind-up timer?
A wind-up timer?
I don't know what that
Timer
is.
or just a wind up, like
Man,
toy?
it just says wind-up timer ×2, so I don't.
Okay, well then I guess.
Oh,
Well,
hey,
if you're doing
Altrix. It's good to see you.
multiplication,
Oh no.
that makes it a bit more
Good evening.
complicated.
So wind-up timers. If anyone has a spigot, that'd be cool.
I've never heard
Where
these
would
words in
one
my
get
life.
metal pipes?
Oh, well, there's probably a place for that.
Yes, because
Probably.
I found the lock.
Why did you?
I found this thing. I don't know what it is, but I think I can use it.
What is
um,
that?
Provonere is more of a trade town than like an industrial, like not fabricating, but like they don't really produce their own
They would.
stuff
There
as
are
much.
there are productions that get done in Provonere, but yes, it is largely an
If
economic
it's
trade town.
so, because it's a trade town, you're likely going to find a store that sells it, but not so much a place that makes it.
So I asked that to the other lady, and she kind of gave me a different answer than I think I was looking for. What does that mean?
What does what mean?
Sell.
Sell?
Altrix, we've talked about this before. Money. You
Yes.
give it in exchange for something.
Okay, no. I got this.
Now this is
I took
Azzy
courses in
all
this.
over again.
Money
No.
can be exchanged for goods and
It is-
services.
It is.
But why won't they just do them?
It is
Wi- If some
No, Altrix, remember the
Sorry.
rule. Don't do shit for free.
But what
Okay.
is free?
So
meaning.
And why would I
what
do it for him?
Oh my god. God. Mason, you have
Money
single-handedly made me having to
is
deal with
a way
Sailor in
to
your
put
campaigns
value-
again.
like a subjective value into a thing.
But
That value is exchanged among people who agree that it has value in order to get things.
so it has value.
That is
And what is that?
the value is agreed upon by people.
But,
They all say,
like,
okay, this
what
this
is
worth this."
value?
Am I gonna have to explain value? to
Value
you?
is something you gain from. So
No,
Altrix.
no, no. That's
Altrix,
not what
here.
value is.
Shut up.
Onor? Is that the name? Onor?
Oh no.
Oh no. Oh no.
It's Owen.
Or
Owen.
Altrix.
Wait,
Altrix.
Owen,
So
if I might add, you are very boring. This whole conversation is really boring. Please do something else.
Not my problem.
Altrix. So
Yes.
I agree with the.
say someone wants to hire you to do something. They want you to help them.
Yes. So I
they
am
won't-
told to go collect
No, no.
berries, and then I go do it, and then I give it to them, and then we have berries.
Huh?
And then they give you money for doing that. And you can use the money to go buy shit.
If someone wanted you to do something for them, would you do it and get nothing in return?
I mean, that's how most interactions work. Yeah.
No.
No, it ain't.
Most people, unless it is someone you know, like a friend, that you would happily do something for no benefit to yourself. You do something to get something in return. It could be money, which is coin, or it could be a favor. So in the future, you could say, hey, I helped you with this. Now I need your help to help me
So-
with my thing.
If I do things for people, they will give me something back.
Typically, as long as it's agreed upon.
So what you're saying, what I need to do, because she mentioned no stealing, I need to find whoever has the wind-up timers, and then I need to do something for them, and then they'll give them to me.
If you could either pay them with money, or if you don't have the money, you could
steal it.
Hey, no,
You could steal it.
For the
Pal-
record,
Palo-
that's not okay.
That is absolutely fantastic idea. You should go steal it.
No, no.
But the
Don't
lady
do
said I
that.
shouldn't.
Which
Yes.
lady?
You should listen to her.
Is she in charge
Hey.
of you? Your boss? Your mom?
I mean, she helped me with this, and she didn't do it for anything.
That's fair.
No. Remember, she said you had to pay her if you wanted her to build it for you.
But she's not.
She's not building it for you. That's why you're not paying her. But remember, she said if you wanted her to do it for you, you had to pay her.
Why would I
Also-
have someone do something for me when I could do it myself?
Quick
Well,
question. I'm gonna ask about your little deal.
Why
Did you give
say
any?
that so creepy?
Did you get any info? Did you give her any information about what you're building? Maybe
Well,
some ideas.
I mean, yeah, that's how one can help. How can you help if you don't know what you're doing?
There's the thing of exchange of information that might have occurred.
That's what
You
the conversation is.
exchanged. You
Yes.
exchanged your information. That is another form of thing. If you didn't have any information she wanted, she probably might not help you.
Okay. I hate to interrupt this, but a couple of things are all about to happen at the same time, and I need all of you to follow with me.
On
Altrix,
the
make a
show.
wisdom saving throw for me.
Sick.
While you're doing that, Rancor, take a heroic inspiration, please.
Okay.
Yeah, just do it. It's okay. Yazira, who has been very eagerly like looking at you, Altrix, and like really trying to get your attention, but didn't want to interject. She didn't want to be rude. Is like, I know where to find the things that you're looking for. I'm actually
12.
12. Wonderful. You take a point of exhaustion.
Did you take
We're
psychic?
trying to
damage
understand
this?
the economy.
Concept of economics to you is hurting your brain, and you are physically exhausted as a result.
This is
One day it'll make sense, but not now.
God, it's literally it's just Azzy 2, Electric Boogaloo.
I don't even want to think about Azzy right now.
Look, we didn't take, we had, thanks to Owunul. I can't believe I'm saying this, but thank you, actually, something very useful. But we now have acquired property that we are living in, and with that comes this wonderful oven that I highly assume that we're not going to need. And it has some switchy McDouble things on it that I'm sure you could use in your mechanical things. Like these little turn things. Like
Uh,
notches.
I suppose I could take a look at that.
I like how she's trying to pretend she understands.
Question:
Really fine.
Is
Yes.
this like steampunky? Like, but
Yeah.
It
Provonere
sounds
is
it's,
pretty.
it's like it
Provonere
works
is
on
pretty
normal.
steampunky.
Okay, I
So
was
the-
under, I was under the
all
impression it was like a
open
medieval like
I mean, it
shack home.
uses magic stuff. Yeah, it
Ma-
is. It is basically a shack,
all
but
just stuff that heats water to turn turbines.
yeah, exactly. This was a baker's shop, and even in the poorer parts of a recently developed town, they're going to have the more arcane versions of your typical medieval appliances.
I was
So
just
even though this is
assuming.
even though this is like a poor part of Provonere, someone had enough wealth in an economic endeavor to purchase this, what some would call steampunk, like oven that has some mechanical parts to it, but it uses an arcane component to actually heat up whatever's inside of it.
Alright.
Though there are still that you could also do it the old-fashioned way and just shovel coal into it and make a fire. But
Thanks for clearing up, because I assumed it was just like a stone cold oven.
no, that someone actually went to decent lengths and tried to provide, probably at the expense of making a bathroom. Because the bathroom's, basically a 5-foot cylinder hole.
Yep.
Such a big hole.
Yeah. They've purchased an oven at the expense of a bathroom.
I mean, it works.
It works. Yeah, works.
The toilet lid is, 5 feet across, but it works.
What are toilet lids?
You could fall in.
Yeah, like someone literally did. Yes, you could.
They were
Anyway,
more
yeah, Zira,
potion.
It's the thrill.
Zira is like, so do we want to keep this thing or can I just take it apart?
I mean, we can do both, can't you?
I
You can
mean,
keep-
are we
you
gonna
can-
are we gonna use this like high tech machinery? Are any of you bakers? I didn't think so. Okay, so we can make food by hand like normal people do, and I can take this apart for my cute dragonborn friend.
That's okay. I can take care of it myself, and I immediately start disassembling this thing.
Fair enough. Would you like some? Okay, never mind.
All right, it's done. Let me see
Did
what I
I
can get.
hear that what she said correctly?
Bless you.
Yeah, cute dragonborn friend. Yes, you did.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I take
Is
it
it
none of us have to make-
Dragonborn friend or Dragon boyfriend?
That's up to you to interpret, Evadin. What did you hear?
I know what I
I take
heard.
it. I take it. None of us have to make an insight check to see that she clearly likes him.
Oh yeah, that's very
I
obvious.
think I do.
Oh, yeah, Altrix is the only one that has to do that.
With disadvantage.
Disadvantage, that's an 18. I know.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, you are aware that Yazira
Taking
has some
double
romantic
disadvantage.
feeling. Yeah, keep rolling that d20 until it's below 10. The maximum score you get is a 10.
I'm just not paying attention. I'm trying to get this oven apart.
Wonderful. And with disassembling it, let me pull up this video. You find 3 additional metal scraps, 2 miscellaneous parts, 1 cog, 2 metal pipes that are at least 2 feet long. There is a bulb in here, like an arcane bulb.
Where bulb is? I just need to freaking put it somewhere.
Uh-huh.
Bulb.
And there are actually 4 wind-up portions you can make or get from this.
Gotcha. 4 wind-up timers.
Yes. And that is, I think, everything you're going to get from this. Yeah.
Sick. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I wasn't paying attention. Did you say he got the metal pipes he needed or whatever?
Oh,
got
I
some.
need so many more.
Oh. All the pipes.
You could disassemble the toilet.
Just one giant pipe.
Yeah, I need like about 16 more screws, 2 levers, a spigot.
You could say
So-
Does he get any screws from disassembling? I feel like you'd have to do that to take the parts out. They're probably screwed in.
That's a very modern way to look at it, so no. Sorry. I can't give him all the parts he needs in one go.
Oh,
I mean, you could.
You could. You're choosing not to.
Good.
There's a difference.
Just choosing to make him actually work for it. Like I choose to make all of you work for things. So, Owunul actually did something helpful today, and we now own this building. We have evicted by niceties our other tenant. So there's 3 bedrooms upstairs and a master
Didn't
bedroom
they
down here.
leave?
I'm gonna be moving down here to the master bedroom because it's mine, and you guys are gonna deal with it. Paloma can stay with me if she wants to, because we're cool girly friends like that. The rest of you can go upstairs. Also, who is this? And she points at Evadin. Who are you?
Oh, that would be my sister, who can introduce herself. If she wants. I don't know if she wants to. I'm just gonna let her decide.
Well, Evadin.
Going with the
Hi,
real name
Evadin.
this
I'm
time.
Yazira. I'm
I
like
turn to
the,
I turn to
I
Owunul.
don't know.
What's the point? There's no point in hiding it. You'll probably already you probably already told her what my name is.
Did I?
Mm, I don't think so because we didn't meet Evident until after we left.
Sure.
Oh yeah, I just
flat.
said I just said my sister. I never actually gave a name.
Either way, everyone else knows already. There's no point in hiding it.
So you say that you own building, yes?
According to Owunul and the Red Shoulders, yes. Yes, I do.
Great. Does that mean that you can make food? Because I am hungry.
I am personally not very skilled at making food. I can go down to the market if anybody's actually that hungry. Does anybody need dinner? Or do you have your own food?
Yes, I would like vegetables, please.
I hand Sizik some like hardtack out of my rations.
I will go get
What
some
is this?
food and stock it here. There's also some bread available from the night before. Obviously, our landlord was in the process of baking when he was tragically murdered.
Is it burnt?
So no, it's just stained in a couple places. Eat around the red spots. Don't worry about it. It's totally safe. Bloodborne
Protein.
pathogens haven't been discovered
I'll
yet. So,
stick with my hardtack.
I can cook. I'll
we
cook.
have a chef! Yay! That's so helpful.
As long as there is vegetables, please and thank you. Or fruits, either or.
I will go get some things from the marketplace.
Don't get bananas.
Oh, yeah,
Noted.
if you do grab a few carrots or apples, perhaps. My horse is a bit hungry.
How
Don't
hungry?
call me
Okay,
horse.
this is not like a
okay?
buffet. Like, I'm just going to get food for us to survive.
No,
Like,
no,
I'm not taking your
pay,
order.
I will pay you back.
Okay, that's fair, but we'll talk about it.
No. If you're gonna put up a fuss, I'm just gonna take my horse and go there myself.
Nope, I'll do it. It's fine.
Nope, I'm already leaving.
Yazira, would you like
I'm leaving first, and she closes the door in front of you.
Yazira, would you
open the
like
door
some
again
help?
and I leave
Okay.
too. I bring my horse with me this time.
Yeah, that's fair. Okay, sounds good. All right, the two of you go
I'll,
get food and then come back a little while later. Paloma, you are feel free to move any stuff that you would have left upstairs in Yazira's bedroom the night before into the downstairs master bedroom where the two of you will be hanging out. It's the only queen size bed in the entire building. The rest of them are all twins or full. And then the upstairs, you can all figure out how you want to do that. There are 3 bedrooms. One is a single bed, the other one's a single bed, and I think the other one's a double bed. That's Pura and his room.
I'm taking one of the single beds and locking the door.
Okay.
I'll ask.
Well, that felt rude.
I'll ask Azira. Can Sizik stay with us?
She did leave with Owunul to go
You
to
said
the
they came
marketplace.
back though.
Well, this is while they're gone.
Oh, this is while they're gone. Okay,
Yeah.
well then I will just move Sizik's stuff in there as well, and just
Okay.
ask her when she gets back.
Gotcha. Okay.
Apologize after.
Yeah,
Mhm.
do now ask for permission later. Great, and then Cradeyr and Pura still have their bedroom. So that leaves the other bedroom for Rancor and Altrix and Owunul to figure out.
Bold of you to assume I'm gonna sleep inside.
You can sleep with your horse.
Is there
I
a
might.
He doesn't trust Mason now. He's keeping that horse on a tight leash.
Yeah.
It's not my fault that you left your horse.
For the
That's
frick-
your
That
own
was literally like
doing.
the first thing you did was just I leave my horse here and go with them.
And walk away.
Yep.
And I was like, okay. Not my
Did
fault.
Yazira fix all the like broken windows and stuff?
Actually,
while we were
Altrix
gone?
had already fixed the broken windows and the door hinges and everything, so
Okay.
everything structurally is in sound except for the bathroom. Be really careful in there. There's still a body somewhere down there in the sewage system, but
I bet there's
It's
like a
fine.
cistern or something, no? Where all it goes.
we're not that advanced. Not here.
It's a hole. It's a big hole in the ground. That's what a cistern is.
Yeah.
It'll
Sure.
decay. It's fine.
Sure.
get some air fresheners? I'm fine.
An air freshener. Welcome to Provonere. We sell the hottest things on the market, like air fresheners.
I mean, I technically
Someone-
could do that with like precipitation or
Yeah, I was
something.
gonna say, how long does prestidigitation last?
It can last up to an hour.
You just go in there every hour.
I'm sure if you ask Altrix, he can engineer a repeating prestidigitation air freshener for the bathroom.
That'd be kind of funny.
Those little motion detector ones.
Yeah, every
Yeah.
walk in.
Hello? Hi. Hello?
Yep.
Can you hear us?
Okay, for some reason my audio completely cut out for no reason. So I
Yeah,
heard
that
nothing in the last like minute.
That's okay. We're talking about
The bathroom.
Inventing air
yeah,
fresheners.
bathroom air fresheners, basically. All right. Not much later. About 45 minutes or so, Owunul and Yezir return. With a decent amount of groceries. They're all pretty basic rations. We'll say for the simplicity of it, we'll do 20 rations, and then we'll just stock that in the house. That's 20 rations for all of you. In this two-story building, and there's a little cabinet that Owunul's kind of set up that you can use.
How long? What is the equivalent between a ration and a meal? Is it like one per meal?
A ration is a food to last you for a day.
For a day, okay.
So that's 20 days worth of food, so 2 weeks worth.
And that 20 rations between all of us or 20 rations?
20 rations for everyone.
Oh, wow, okay.
Jesus. Okay.
And 20 rations for the horse?
No. Oh,
I
it'll
know. I would.
And
I would
Yazira is fully
can I have
expecting all of
wrapped
you
some
to reimburse
oats?
her.
Well, no, I got it myself. Remember? Because I
Yeah,
went
for the
and-
horse. Yeah, for the horse. But she is expecting everyone to reimburse her for their share of the rations. She's not like, I'm doing this out of the kindness of my heart.
How much that can be?
Let me do the math. I was like,
I'm just gonna go off of my own rations.
For like probably like a gold each. Wouldn't be that at most. Also, Dean, when you get a chance, can we see the references for the flat?
Yeah,
Pretty
just-
please.
I will put it in there eventually.
We
Give me
should
one.
go and do the map so that way we can like physically represent where we are.
There's not a downstairs on the map.
Well, you should make one.
Yeah, this is true.
What if the fight had gone downstairs? What would you have done then?
Improvise.
Yeah, I would have just improvised.
That is rule number one as DM. Bullshit. Almost everything you do.
Oh yeah, so it's about the math's a little finicky on this one, but it's about half a gold piece if everybody contributes in.
So that's
So
like
5 silver.
wait. That's like 5 gold pieces. I'm not 5 silver pieces. Ish.
Oh no, I'm sorry. I'm looking at this wrong. It will be nope, hold on. What? I'll just keep talking. I'll get the math.
Numbers, Mason. What do they mean?
What do they mean? No.
So, is these rations or are these like things like food I can use to cook?
These are like rations.
Okay.
Technically, you could cook with them.
Yeah, let me just cook some hardtack. It'll be fine.
Did that doctor at the school tell us when he was going to be giving us our stuff back?
I don't
Couple
remember
weeks,
him
I thought.
specifying a time. He
He
just
said like I thought he
said
said like a couple weeks.
he gave a broad range.
I stopped paying attention very early on. He was very boring.
Pause.
Okay, it's 5 gold pieces total if everybody contributes in.
5 gold
I was
pieces
just
each.
Yes, I just had the decimal in the wrong place.
5 gold pieces each.
For
For
20 days
ration?
of rations, yeah.
I will
Oh, but
give-
this is for everyone.
Yeah,
Yes.
20 rations per
Yeah.
person.
Oh,
Yeah. Yeah, a lot of food. This is like one of those big grocery store runs.
Okay, that I was like,
I-
damn, 20 rations, 5 gold each. That's like expensive rations. No, that
No,
makes
no,
more
no.
sense.
I will
These some
give
gourmet
her.
rations.
Yeah, I'll give her 10 gold.
Okay.
You said 5 per person?
Yeah, 5 gold per person.
You gave 10.
Yeah, 5 for me and 5 for Sizik.
Oh, okay. God damn.
I can't even carry 20 days worth of rations.
Well, that's why
And
they're staying
if I
here.
do not have 5 gold.
Oh, it's okay, Altrix. I got you.
Okay. Let me just.
Just come visit me every so often.
I'll give
Downstairs.
her.
I mean,
you know.
we're in the same building.
So what I'm gonna do is
Right.
I'm gonna give her 10 and say 5's for me, 5's for Evadin.
Okay. And then Cradeyr and Pura, you're good. Y'all live together already. She's
Assume I'll say like at this point, like I come downstairs and I see this like, oh, so this is what you meant by food. It's just rations.
We have some bread in this bread cabinet that Owunul, the big strong one, moved. And
I'm glad you felt the need to clarify.
I mean, you're big and strong. You lifted like a 75-pound bread cabinet. I'm so proud of you.
What does proud mean?
It
I don't know what that
means,
means.
yeah, it just means
It
proud.
was joke.
Ah, so funny. So funny, I forgot to laugh.
I do not
You're
like this one.
adorable. So who are
I
you
am
again?
not cute.
Yes, you are. Absolutely adorable.
Ugh.
I like how you make everybody mad by simply talking.
Oh, it's so sweet of you to notice.
I am Paloma's brother. Well,
This is Sizik.
essentially.
Okay, that's cool.
And can he stay with us in your new? He's a boy, but he's not really a boy.
What does that mean? Hey,
He's a rabbit.
I'm sorry, I'm very curious, but like I don't want to ask questions because like
No,
you do
because
you.
he's my
know?
brother, and he doesn't count.
Oh, you mean because like he's a child.
Yeah, he doesn't count.
I only have 3. What
Do
are
I
these,
have to like
toys?
share a bed with the two of you,
No,
or
no.
can we like put a?
Oh, I
cot in
can
here
sleep
and call
on
it good?
Flores.
Yeah,
Fine.
we're fine.
Great, yeah, sure, that's fine.
I have bedroll.
I mean, yeah, we can find some like cushions or something. Just like she whispers to the two of you, if like Altrix ever comes to visit, like get out.
Okay.
I'm certain he won't, but sure.
Hey, do y'all have a table I could use?
Of course.
Just empties a bag of just metal and scrap onto it.
Yes. There's like a small like nightstand in this room that you can have. It's not very big, but you can convert it into a workstation. There also is a desk upstairs in like the common area upstairs that you could use. That no one has really claimed yet. So if you want to make that your workstation, that's also fine.
Oh, this is the one they offered me.
Valid.
And I had picked up nails at some point, but I didn't write it down, so I guess they don't exist.
Well, nails or screws?
I think I picked up nails. I don't remember where I found them, but I'm pretty sure I picked up nails.
I don't know where I got them, but I have them. Okay.
Also, I didn't write them down, so
Anna, not writing something down. What have you done?
no. I'm sorry. I'm completely misremembering Dan's campaign.
Oh, right.
Sorry.
It was.
Another campaign where I'm playing a bird who likes shiny things.
And there's already a headache.
What I miss?
everything.
Oh, Yuzura.
Yeah, what's up, buddy?
I found out that our application I think it was approved for our Cradeyrs and I's show.
Roll deception.
I feel like I should tell you
Wait,
that.
like approved? Are you
Yeah,
sure?
that's what I heard.
How did you find? Wait, when did you find that out?
Oh, a couple hours ago.
From who?
Memory's getting a little
Did
fuzzy.
Mock tell you? Did you see Mock today?
No. It's just a guy that I know, but we should probably check it out tomorrow and double check.
I got you. Okay, yeah, sure, of course. Yeah, we can do that.
I think I'm gonna go to bed now.
Wait, you kind of see, because this is the first time that I've seen. Well, not the first time, but the first time I've come into contact with his character. But I know who he is because he's what's Kyle's character's name? Cradeyr.
Mhm.
He's the one who travels with Cradeyr, right? And they do shows together.
Mhm.
Yeah. So you kind of look and you see this like pure kind of snow white Harangon, very short, very small, just like wide-eyed, staring at you, pointing. I know you. You did the shows with the other guy who lives here.
You're a talking rabbit?
And this is you came to my hometown. There was many of us.
I did?
Don't remember that?
You were there with the other one. You were very good. I very much
Cradeyr.
enjoyed show.
Oh,
Yes, is that his name?
yeah. Was that when we were
You can-
traveling?
I would assume so.
Oh, yeah. Oh, well, thank you.
Your show was wonderful.
You know, I kind of have an idea for another act in the show if you would be willing to help.
Me as part of your show.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
This is either the greatest thing ever or the worst idea you've ever had.
yeah, I think it could be fun. We need to
You
get a
mean
really big hat.
strongman
though.
for this circus act.
What?
Maybe, but like no.
It's more of a
Gee,
magic.
that's very clear and decisive. Thank you so much.
You're
I would love
welcome.
to.
I know you're being
I was
sarcastic, but I don't
being
care.
so sarcastic.
Well, I guess
I
tomorrow we
know,
should
it's
go look
horrible.
for a really, really big hat.
What
Sorry,
do you
what?
need hat?
What for?
Yeah, really, really big hat.
A hat is like
Because
something
we,
you put on your
Such a
head.
stereotype.
No, I
Um,
said why does he need hat?
Oh,
You'll see.
About that time, a knock comes to the door of this rundown baker's shop.
I go to answer it.
You open it up,
wait.
and there is a about a 4 foot tall individual that you open the door to, and he's kind of bouncing around with his like big old boxing gloves on. Hi, I'm here to deliver a letter.
Okay, who's the letter
And he
for?
like punches you, not to hurt you. He just, oh, you got armor on. Woo! It's been a really long run across the city.
He can't even reach above my chest.
Does this guy just wear boxing gloves like permanently?
Yes.
Guys, y'all should like come look at this. This is actually kind of cool.
Is Paloma here or not?
Oh,
Oh yeah, Paloma is here.
Great. Can you give her the
Paloma.
letter, please, and tell her that Master Stormpaw would like to formally apologize, but classes will start not tomorrow morning, but the day after. He has a family thing he's got to take care of.
Okay, I'll go ahead and do that.
Great.
Paloma.
I'm pretty sure that's within this letter, but like, I don't know why he spent time writing a letter because I could have just done it for him. But here.
So a Master Stormpaw. You said something about a Stormpaw dojo earlier,
Yep,
yes?
all right, I gotta run. Bye bye.
Right. So Paloma, you said something about a Stormpaw dojo.
oh,
Right?
yeah, that's where I went earlier today.
Oh, okay, yeah. So the guy who just was at the door was, I think, from that dojo. He said Master Stormpaw said that training doesn't start tomorrow, but the day after.
Oh, okay.
But also this letter, which he said, says about the same thing. So here you go.
Okay. Thanks. Well,
Did you tell him where you live?
uh, I don't remember doing that. No,
Then how did he know?
that's a great point.
How did he know?
How do you know?
He was off.
I knew there was something creepy about that that
Wait a
guy.
minute.
Or maybe he's just wise.
I say, wait a minute. And I stick my head out the door looking for that. Well, looking for that individual.
Yeah.
Ozan, where is he?
Kid, I out of range. I think I missed him.
Damn it.
Did I see which way he went?
Yeah, he went off eastward.
He went eastward. If you're wanting to go after him, I guess.
I don't know where east is.
Okay, I just like I like take him and I turn him that way. That way is east.
That's too much effort right now.
All right then, cool. I guess we go back inside.
Okay, fair
All
enough.
right. So what do we do now?
Well, what do you fools like to do for fun? This place is kind of dull.
Well, I have a few Mary J's left over.
You
No.
will not be
Who's
given
Mary
that to
No.
J?
No. Sizik, no.
It was fun last time. Surely.
Oh,
I would
and all?
not-
Nope.
What?
I don't even know who Mary J is.
Nobody
It is
you
not
need
a
to meet.
person. It is
I'm-
a thing that you light the end on fire and you
Oh,
inhale
no.
it.
I will cover Owunul's mouth.
Oh,
About
well,
this time,
you
another set of knocks comes to the door.
Was this bakery ever this busy when it was open?
I go open the door again.
Nope. Owunul, no. Don't open it.
Too late.
Oh my god.
Oh no! You open the door. There is nobody there.
That was okay.
There is, however, make a perception check, if you will.
Okay, cool.
This is going to be a recurring thing.
Okay.
Owunul just open doors without thinking.
Well, yeah, it's the best part of opening doors.
is it?
Like a present every
Might
time.
as well open them while you can, because some
There's-
doors you may never be
That
able
is
to
an
open. so.
18.
Oh.
18. You look down and there is a another letter that is laying perfectly placed on the like the doorstep.
I lean down. Is it too dark to see anything on it, or?
No, it is mid-afternoon.
I see.
It is addressed to Rancor.
I pick it up and I turn around and I say, "Rancor, this is for you, I guess." And I hand it to
Come again?
Oh wait,
Well, that feels a little
do you
mean.
do you want me to read this out loud for you? It's a letter.
Is that a package or a letter?
It's a letter.
A
I
letter.
think. Yes.
I
I mean, can you?
don't even know how to respond to this.
Do you want me to open it and read it for you, or do you want me to like give it to one of your give it to like Paloma to read to you later?
I would prefer Paloma read it to me in
All right,
private.
I'll give it to Paloma to read later as a bedtime story.
Right?
Really leaving us in suspense. What if it's important information you need to know?
Oh my, never mind.
So is anybody actually opening the letter, or
No,
I
I respect
will-
your privacy.
Yeah.
I mean, if everyone's like in the same spot, like down in the downstairs area, if Paloma's willing, I'd just say like, hey, let's like go upstairs real quick and
We can
Look
go
at
back
and the only
upstairs.
person who's upstairs is like Altrix, who's like toiling away at.
Altrix is way too focused to notice any of this.
I'm all right with Altrix. Over here is it?
I mean,
I
surely
will
would
try to
never-
like very poorly sneak and follow them.
I would surely never blab about it if I did hear what it was. No, I would never.
Oh, the temptation to stealth up there and try stealth
should.
again.
It'd
But
be funny.
Ozan, I don't know. Ozan has seems to have a high perception.
Ozan,
Stealth
Stand
checks
guard.
are always the best checks to
I-
make
I will have
because you
I will
never
have
lose.
I will have Ozan like float over the like above the staircase. Like
Okay. Got it.
I like how like half the party is just sneaking up after them.
I
Okay. So upstairs is Altrix, Paloma, and now Rancor and Ozan.
I think I'm just gonna like take the bird off my shoulder and like hand it back to Evadin.
Fair
Like,
enough.
here's your bird back. He stared kind of weird at some people, but he's all right, I guess.
Thank you.
All right, I
Can
open. Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say, because I assumed there was windows on the roof, right?
Oh my god.
No.
That's true, but Evadin does not know that. Because Evadin, this is Evadin's
Or I was
first
more
time being in this
I
building.
was more meaning for there's windows on the second floor. Is what I was more meaning. Sorry, yeah, that's right.
There's a window on the second floor, but also you don't know that because it's on the back side of the
So are you
building.
saying that
Okay,
Evadin's
it's on the
about
back
to
side.
like
Gotcha.
go
Yeah.
walk outside and then
I was gonna have the bird. I was
Plus,
gonna
we
have the bird do it.
we'd also know
I'm
he's
not saying that
Smart.
there's not a logical explanation for how you would get out there or send a bird to look because you've just been in this building and don't know its ins and outs yet.
climb
Well,
wherever you
that's
want.
actually
and
I was
find
gonna argue
places
that
you
the
don't wanna
bird
go
would
into.
fly around to see. I could have the bird try to see if there's anything, but we won't do that. We'll
I
continue.
think that's pretty funny.
What?
I think sending the bird's pretty funny.
I think that's what I think. Like the bird would fly up around like the outside
The
of the building to
bird
see if
is
there's
going
anything.
to hear the word. It is not the word this time.
okay.
I open the damn letter.
Yeah.
I'm sure
Um,
just let her just get done with.
Before you read that,
Jason
Paloma,
has sent me a oh no! Should not have opened that over here. Hold on. I fucked everything up. I should have opened that on my phone.
It's okay.
You fool.
I forgive
You
you.
messed up.
You can cut
Everything
that
good,
out.
Anna? Everything good, Anna?
Everything's good.
I
We're all
think she
good.
just
I just
flashbanged the stream.
accidentally showed the stream my Discord.
Oh well.
But before you read that, Paloma, let's try and keep it down a little bit. I'm not quite trusting of these new characters.
Sure, but it doesn't look like anything important. It just says, "I hope you're well. I'm passing through on business," and then it asks if you want a lamb chop.
What?
So,
How?
doesn't seem secret to me.
How does he know I'm here?
You want me to keep it, or is it trash?
I will take that.
Okay.
Thank you. Was there like an address or anything on it?
No,
No.
just your name.
I will call back Ozen to come to me.
Yeah, what's up, kid?
Are you familiar with this? Do you have I'd say a hand, but you'd lack those.
Thanks. I feel a judgment.
We both got our issues, all right.
No, it's fine. I can handle it.
But
Do you have a part to play in this?
I can't read, so
the sword can't.
I'll relay what Paloma said to him.
oh, thank you. And what about it?
Do you know he's here?
I wasn't expecting it. Haven't seen him in some time.
I would very much like to meet him.
Interesting.
And I don't have locate person. Damn it.
Unfortunate.
That's like a what, 3rd level, 4th level spell or something?
I think it's 3rd level.
Damn it.
My job is to sow mystery, and I'm doing that.
You good then? Like, I assume you were doing that in your head.
Oh yeah,
Oh, yeah.
probably.
Yeah. Well, if you're good, then I think I'm gonna go back downstairs.
Oh, yeah, but thank you very much, Paloma.
Yeah,
It means
of
a lot.
course. Anytime. And then I will go back downstairs. And I guess eat some
Okay.
of the mountain of food.
Well, it's proportioned out, but yeah.
Well, yeah, but like just put it all in the cabinet. So I
Yeah,
imagine it open.
she's like putting it away, organized in like cabinet
Ah.
spaces. Owunul, can you put this on the top shelf? I can't reach it.
Okay, I take it and I put it on top shelf.
Thank you. I appreciate you sometimes, at least.
Duly noted.
And I imagine Altrix literally perceived none of that.
I've been busy, man.
Yeah.
I'm just got this tube. I got this thing. I gotta put this one and this one. I don't.
Bro, you can't forget this thing though. You need this thing.
No, I got those over there. There's
You might need some of these though, just in case. You know.
there's just this. I
That's
don't.
fair. That's fair.
Like, I don't know what this thing is. I don't.
You might need one of these. I don't know what it does, but like.
Yeah, but I'll figure it out, and I will sit here until I do.
Fair enough.
All right, and smash cut. We fast forward to tomorrow at about the same time. About 24 hours later. All of you had a wonderful night's rest, so go ahead and mark a long rest down. No other break-ins have occurred while in your new residence.
Yet.
You spend the day preparing whatever you need to do, and then as later afternoon rolls around, about 4 o'clock or so, you begin to gather yourself to head back to the Claremorth University to meet Professor Larson Arcolets in hopes that whatever contact he has established for you is ready.
Are you coming
Gotta
this
go
time?
back.
You didn't come
Yeah.
last time. You were all indisposed, but
Yeah, I'll come.
and I promise not to throw any muffins at anyone this time.
That would be appreciated.
All right. I will send Cradeyr with you guys, and I'll stay here and make sure that no other break-ins happen.
I think
So,
I might stay here and fix up some of those holes in the roof that we got now.
don't you have to like get a job though? Isn't that what you're meeting the professor for?
Do what?
Like all of you?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and Altrix already fixed all those holes.
Yeah, he actually did a wonderful job. I love the work that he did.
All
looked
right.
Where would I get metal pipes?
The
You
bathroom.
really lay it on thick, don't you?
You know, the professor might know. If you come with us, he might know.
That's a good point. He was pretty smart. All right, we'll go ask him.
I'll just go with the rest of them, I guess.
Okay. And the lot of you depart across the city once again to the southwestern area to the massive sandstone and marble architecture, 3 or 4 floors of the Claremorth University, making your way once again into the office space of Professor Larson Arcolets, who, honestly, at first analysis, doesn't look like he's left this office building. He looks exactly like he did the day before. Except a little tired.
The muffin I threw is still on the floor. Nothing has
Yeah.
changed.
Hasn't changed at all.
Professor,
Oh, it's good to see all of you again.
Are you going to be interesting this time?
And could we possibly be getting our stuff back?
Right. Still investigating on that one, but
I was really upset about that.
takes time. I apologize. But I do have some news. I was able to touch base with the contact that I spoke of yesterday. But all I got as a response was this small package.
What's in the package?
I don't know. I haven't opened it.
Seems like a very obvious thing to do. Why don't you open it?
It's not for me. It's for you, I presume.
Which one of us?
Is it addressed to
I
us?
guess I'll take the package.
Who wants the package? Evadin, you want the package? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, she would.
Shut the fuck up.
Cole, you're the worst.
You're
Yes,
terrible.
No,
You're
German sausage is
terrible.
the worst.
Can we deafen this dude and get rid of him? No,
I'm disappointed in a lot of ways right now, but it's okay.
Rock small, he dies.
Can I do a investigation check to see if there's any like things that are like wrong with it, like dangers or anything?
Sure.
It's a bomb.
That's
Where's the
exactly what I was gonna say.
Time bomb.
Bomba.
Where's my D20 that I typically roll?
It's La Bamba.
Where did it go? Where did it go? I don't see
More like
it.
a
There
maramba.
it is. Yeet.
Marimba.
It is going to be a
Marimba.
17.
17. It appears to be a small paper package with a string tied around it. Nothing out of the ordinary. It's like 2 inches by 2 inches, like a little cube. Nothing seems dangerous or even magical.
2 inches isn't
about it.
small, Mason. Come on.
Does it have
It's baseball.
form? Does it have form to it, or is it like malleable?
It's like a little box.
Okay.
I will open it up then.
Okay, you pull the string, the loose hempen string yarn, if you will. Unwrap the paper nicely or not, up to you. Inside is a small box where when you lift the lid, a small wooden box. Lifting the lid, inside is a simple note, written on a small piece of parchment, torn around the edges. Someone quickly wrote this and tore it off and put it in here. And tacked to it is several strips of a seafoam colored cloth.
So white.
What's the note say?
No, seafoam is more of a light
like a green.
turquoise or aquamarine.
Mm-hmm. Okay, what does the letter say? Or the note?
It says tonight, 6:26 p.m. at Chivalry's Round. Wear this on your wrist.
I'm like, okay, I'm like, Altrix, you're good at discerning magical properties of things, it seems, at least for you seem to have like some technical magical know-how, right?
I suppose.
Can you check these to see if they have any magical properties?
I guess I can give it a shot.
I will also I'll cast guidance on you.
I guess I'll take them and I will cast Identify.
Okay.
Oh, you're gonna do okay. I was like thinking you're doing Arcana, but if
Right
you're gonna
there.
cast Identify, that's fine.
These are simple pieces of cloth. They're inert.
You said there's only 3 of them.
No, there is enough for each of you. There are 8.
Suspicious.
They seem to be of a fabric, not of an animal.
Most fabric is not.
That's about it.
Cool. Good to know. I take it and I'm like, alrighty, well, I will. We got a place to be. Have I heard the place before?
Chivalry's Round. Yes. Anybody that's native to Provonere that's been here, Evadin, Pura, Cradeyr. Those of you can make a history check, if you will.
Sure.
To recall information about Chivalry's Round.
That's a nat 20 for a 24.
Nat 20, very nice. Total
What
of
was the
24,
time it
very
said to
good.
me?
6:26 p.m.
15 for me.
All right, history. Oh my god, I'm rolling like. You know what? Can I strike that roll and can I grab my real dice?
You can't roll because you're not familiar with Provonere.
Oh, I thought you said if you're not, you can roll.
No. If you are a native of
Basically, me and.
Also, why are you
Pura.
using D&D Beyond dice?
Well, I was because I wasn't near my dice, but now I am.
So me and Pura basically, and I think I got enough I think I'll get enough information from my memory for this.
Probably.
15.
Jared, what do you got? 15? Okay, 15 and then a natural 20 for 24. Chivalry's Round is located on the southeastern side of the city, just southward of Consilas Hill, which is the really, really rich side of town where the Council of Provonere resides, looking over the city. The actual amphitheater / arena is both used for very large gatherings, and also for some shows, some horse racing, occasional combat, Olympic style games go on here. So it's kind of a multi-purpose amphitheater, really, built into the side of the hill. Could seat a decent amount of people, probably 100,000. But as of late, Evadin, you would know this with the Nav 20. As of late, there have been some discussion of temporarily closing Chivalry's Round for construction and renovation projects, since it was kind of rapidly built and then has kind of fallen into disarray even in the 20 years that it's been around. And there hasn't been any events planned at Chivalry's Round, at least not in the time that you've been here. So you're not quite sure. Seems like not off the books meeting place, but a meeting place that most people wouldn't just go to attend. It's a long walk. It's kind of on the outskirts of the city. You have to really walk down one of those roads all the way out. So
You said it's an
seems like a-
it's like an amphitheater.
yeah, it's like an amphitheater.
Why are we going there?
I guess to meet up with our little buyer for our time.
Seems like an
So,
awful.
sorry, the professor said he got this in response to what?
His inquisition about getting all of you in contact with this person he spoke of.
Okay.
What if
Does
it's a
the-
trap?
You said we have to wear something on our arms, or wrists.
Yes.
Get little seafoam bracelets.
Professor, do you know if this came from your contact directly?
Yes. I mean, not directly. It was delivered, but yes.
And you trust this contact?
I don't trust anybody, but yes.
Good choice.
You'd say you're on good standing with them?
I would.
Hmm,
What if this is a trap, though?
that's what I'm worried about.
That's
I was
why
like, do you
I'm
recognize
here.
the
If it's a
handwriting of
trap-
the note?
Yes, I do.
So it is of your person that you know.
Likely.
So should we all go, or only some of us go, just in case it is a trap?
If it is a trap, then I should
I
definitely
believe
go.
they're expecting 8, so if less
Hmm.
show up, it will be suspicious.
What if the horses won?
Look, this
You
is
are
only
not
if
You
you
know
very
what? I
bright,
think
are
the
you?
horse might be more likely than you, Owunul.
I'm sorry. What'd you say? What was that? Sorry. What was that? You say it louder. Say it again.
I said I think the horse is more likely to be invited than you.
Well, I was invited and the horse wasn't, so probably doesn't really matter now, does it?
Can you
I'm
post-
not sure whether any names on the invite. The horse might be better company.
look, you don't have to go if you don't want to, but this was out of your expression of interest in a decent paying investigative job.
Do you know how much money we're making from this?
Couldn't tell you.
could
Not
you
my,
post
not my
the
forte.
could you post the note and references?
Yes.
Well, fine,
Oh.
go.
All I
I
say
pay off
is
my tab, so
Owunul
I
will
think
definitely be
even
better in a
if it-
fight than a horse, though.
that's the very least true.
But if you put both me and a horse together, then you have the ultimate fighting force. I can go
Maybe.
fast. I can hit hard.
Maybe they'll let your horse in just 'cause.
I hope so.
I will say I do think that if this is an ambush, the more we have, the better the chances we stand at defending off against an ambush.
Does the horse need an armband too?
I
No.
don't think they're going to let the horse into any establishment. So
Well,
no.
they should. He's a good horse.
If I may, it says to wear it on your wrist. Horses don't have wrists.
Yeah, they do.
Fairly
That's
certain
fair.
you do.
Not wrists
Oh, they're
as we
faster.
recognize them.
Also, just a note, this is mainly for Owunul.
Hmm?
Don't wear them until we get there.
Okay. Sure. I'll just put it in my bag for now, I guess.
Should we make preparations?
Are there preparations to be made?
I'm
It's
prepared.
about 5 o'clock at this point.
So we have
I
a little.
take-
We
Uh,
have an hour and a half. How far away is this place?
It's a pretty decent walk across the city.
Is it an hour and a half a walk?
No, but the better part of an hour, yeah.
So we have. So you have basically 10 minutes to do whatever you want around here, and then we
Even
have
if
to get going.
even
time
if
for
we
a
like
short rest.
we
You
just
got a
took a
long
long
rest.
rest.
You just
We
took
just-
a long rest. You don't even
Oh
need a
right.
short rest.
I'm sorry. I forgot that we literally just woke
And it's
up.
like, I'm still hurt from yesterday.
I was really bummed about
It was
that
rough.
because I completely tuned out the long rest.
No, you're,
it's
yeah,
an
you're good.
it's an hour walk even if you take the kind of like shortcut between, as opposed to going like into the middle of the hex and down.
Right,
Going
yeah,
on the-
if you weave across, yeah. Yeah, still about an hour walk.
Okay.
Well, if that's the plan, I guess before we leave, I did have a question for you. Would you happen to know where I would find metal pipes, preferably 2 feet long and preferably of a hot working tool grade steel?
How many do you need?
I guess technically, if there was one that was 4 feet, I could just cut it in two. So I need let's see here. There's for that component, I need that. I already have that. I need approximately about 10-ish some feet. So 5 2 feet sections or larger, I can work with it.
Why don't you just go to the pipe store?
What is
Do
this
you-
pipe store?
Do you know where the pipe store is?
Do you have a moment? I can go talk to one of my colleagues and see if they have some pipes laying around.
Oh,
That's
pipes.
fine.
Apparently,
I
you have 10
suppose.
minutes.
Right. Let me go find Professor Prong. And he exits his office and marches down the hallway.
Huh, would you look at that? He did have pipes.
Yes, he comes back with like cloth wrapped around that he's holding, and he's carrying several metal pipes. About 5-10 minutes later, Professor Prong said, "I don't know why you need these, but they're excess for him. Here's 8 2-foot metal pipes for you."
Perfect. Oh God, that's more than enough, and that leaves me spare for the additional project. How many would that need?
How many
I'll
would
figure it
that
out
be?
later. One thing at a time. Thank you.
Of course. Anything to help. Well, you best be on your way.
Yep.
All right, I guess we start heading out to the place.
You begin to walk across the southern aspects of Provonere before you make your way onto the southeastern bound roadway, cobbled pathway, almost dead ends out in the middle of the woods. And then as you're walking off to your left, eastward from here, you notice that the forest becomes more dense and more dense. And then there are cliff sides that rise up 100 or so feet. The only person really familiar with this are people from Provonere. Both Pura and Cradeyr are just like, oh yeah, that's where the rich people live. Evadin, you know that the Claremorth residence is up on the hill, along with the council hall. But a spot is cleared where the forest has been deforested, and carved into the side of this large cliff face, a large semicircular rotunda of a round of this amphitheater. Yes, Dan, you have a question.
I'd like to say like on our whole way there, like down that big strip, and then like turning off on the chivalry's round, I'd have Ozen on high alert, like keeping
Okay.
a lookout for any
Got it.
suspicious people.
Okay. It's about 6:20 or so when you arrive. There is a dirt pathway that leads off of the main road and up to this amphitheater. The roadway is a couple 100 feet long, decently well traveled, though there are some plants sprouting up. The forest provides a nice aroma of pine needles, freshly fallen. Um, Especially now that you're away from the actual city itself, you're starting to enter more of the Yadawel woods. That scent of nice, calming pine begins to overtake the nostrils. The clouds overhead are beginning to roll in, another foreshadowing of a night rain shower, not necessarily a storm, but a night rain, um, likely to come in the next hour or so. But you are here early.
How early?
About 6 minutes.
Ah,
Ms.
So early.
Ozen picking up anything? Anyone?
Not yet.
Enough time to tie our little things around our wrist.
Yep. That's
Not
true.
yet.
Yep. Go ahead and take those out and put them on our wrists.
Put around at 6:25.
The
Okay.
horse is here.
Is there anybody else there that we can see?
And at 6:25, as you tie the seafoam cloth around your wrist, specifically, that is where we will end tonight's episode. And pick up at 6:26 for our 4th episode of Chapter 1 next week.
Okay.
We love you all. Thank you very much for joining us for tonight's episode of Arcane Adventures. We hope to see you once again next week. And until then, as always, the adventure continues.